people joining your run. I really hope it did.
99% guaranteed. Honestly, that's not wrong.
What emote is this?
Charmed.
Go do a bunch of weeks
The
or a bunch of
ice
days
on the
of
ground.
fucking Ananta, and you'll get it.
Yeah, Ananta Beast Tribe.
Oh, that's okay.
I need saffron cloth.
I mean, if you have the ritual prayer remote, that one is a nice substitute.
Only 10 slots left to fill.
Pog.
I'd rather preload than spend like the from 2 p.m. on trying to fill and then get everything sorted.
I mean, preloading
That's really
is
what I was
actually
thinking.
pretty chill if you want like a good chance at the run going well.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone left.
No, they'll probably come back. They're probably going to a different alliance.
Oh, thank you.
Or maybe they're going into Zadnor to pick up frags. Who knows? The run hasn't started yet. It hasn't officially started.
37 people before you've even put up the password's pretty good.
That's insane. Honestly, I was expecting like maybe 15 maximum.
I'm going to reset my game so I get sound.
Oh, sound is good. Terrible.
Overrated.
I hate when that happens.
All the boss music in DRS is the same anyways until you get the queen, so
I turn on. I don't keep background music on in the game. It stresses me out sometimes.
Neither do I. I turn on my own music.
It depends on what I'm doing.
It would be so nice if they just gave you a radio.
I would love an in-game radio.
A pocket orchestrion.
I thought there was
Yeah.
a setting
Like
you
consistent.
could put in
No,
there.
you have your fucking tombstone phone, your tome phone.
The what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what?
You don't have that emote?
Is this how people are gonna learn there's cell phones in the game? Canonically?
That's what the tombstones are. They're literally little USB sticks.
They're
with a,
little data
screen on them.
pads.
Yeah. They're old
Hold on,
PDAs from 1998.
Let me whip mine out.
You can use it to play your own music all the time.
Mine doesn't play
No,
music.
you can't.
Mine just tells me how many coffee biscuits I've made.
Wait, is it swipe?
Tombstone. Tombstone.
I think so.
Slash
it's just
tombstone.
slash tombstone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You swipe
yeah,
at your
it is.
tombstone is what it says.
You get that emote from what? Using
Having
the
the companion
companion app
Mm-hmm.
on your actual phone.
Yes.
Yep.
It also gives you, the. I know
They
now
don't even
the-
try to hide it too. Like if you look at the screen side, it straight up just looks like an iPhone.
My favorite joke is when you get to Crystarium and there's the person that has the stack of tombstones, and he's like, "Yes, we still have them." It's like,
Even in this world.
Long may Rowena reign.
I won't be surprised come next expansion that Rowena learns to cross worlds or something. And she just like discovers tombstones and just spreads it across the world.
She's the 15th Asian.
Of course she is.
I would believe that.
Or I'm sorry, they're the 15th of the convocation.
Rowena's actually Zodiac come Endwalker.
Flash zoom in onto Geralt's face when this was revealed.
No, Geralt knew all the time. He's the true 15th Asian of the convocation.
All right. And I'll
Okay,
give it
got
out
it
one
for
last
good
time
start.
in the house, just in case someone didn't catch it.
If we're getting started, we should actually move to raid chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's 2
maybe, if you
p.m. Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want.
Man, no one wants to heal, apparently.
Pain Pecco.
All right.
I'm gonna head to Gangos and start getting my stuff set up.
I'm doing the same.
5 people left. 5 people.
Okay, let's see here. Do we have any? Right, that looks about right. All those people. All right, so well, let's wait for more people to get into voice. We only have 21 people in here, and then I'm going to start getting roles set up.
That's good. Upload this. Okay,
Is in raid chat.
don't need this. Drop this. And
Do I have anyone in here right now that can do golem lead? Anyone that can call golems for me?
No, never mind. I won't. I don't think I could do it.
Have you done it before?
Yeah, but I'm still confused on which golem's which, so I don't think I could. I would need help.
All right, no worries. Is there anyone that wants? Is there anyone that's on Golem's side that would like to help out Nightjet? Was that Nightjet that was speaking?
Yeah, that was me.
Honestly, Golems is not a very difficult side if you want to learn how to call it or want to learn how it all works. I'm certain that there's people that are very experienced down there that can help you.
Okay. It's just the which golem is which color. That's the part that confuses me. So.
That's all right.
We'll explain golems when we're over there.
All right.
You're on A, Briz?
I'm on A. Yeah, I'm doing slimes.
All right, I'll lead golems. Don't worry about it.
Cool. Right. How many people are we getting? More people in the voice chat. Let me put a message out in the alliance.
Also, I'll be Rend 1 too, just to call it early.
Who is that?
Nightjet.
Nightjet. Can I get a Ren 2 while we're at it? Anyone who can do Ren 2? It's a very easy job. You just take one lost action, you get a free gap closer, and everyone gets damage. It's awesome. Unfortunately, a tank can't do it. It's got to be a DPS melee. Melee DPS, I believe.
If you are also a ninja, it makes it easy. I don't know if I'm the only one, or if there's a second one here.
Ipase? It doesn't matter if you're new. The only thing that Rend requires is you're going to coordinate with Nightjet. Since Nightjet is Rend 1, you're just going to hit Rend after his Rend debuff falls off on the boss. That's all you're going to do. Okay, cool. I'll put you down.
My
Right.
brain
Do we have
started-
anyone?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do we have anyone that can bring an extra perception for after Phantom?
I think I can. I just have to go to Gangos.
No worries. Oh, Miori, you're gonna do both, right, Miori? Yeah. Never mind. Why did I even? I knew he was in here. He and I do the same thing.
Oh, Varys, if you're in voice, I'll have the ether shields up. Or yeah, I'll have ether shields for Alliance A.
Was that patient?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. No worries. I'll make sure to take my extra ones, just in case.
Yeah.
Right.
Although
Our duelist is Anla.
okay, so perception, right?
Perceptions are handled. Miori is going to be doing both perceptions for us.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just bring razors and the Phoenix.
I'll also do perception for the golems.
If you want to do perception for golems, I would greatly appreciate that. That'll make that side much easier.
Loosely. We have a lot of tanks.
True. We should have. I mean, we should have 6 tanks down there, so it doesn't hurt.
Okay, Lost Font of Power, Dervish, Fiend Hunter, a bunch of erasers.
Last thing before I start going to team leads, can I get someone to take Lost Banish for us?
This is Arc. I actually have Lost Banish already pre-slotted since I had 3 spots open.
Who is that? Where
Arc Tyrann, EH7.
Pre-slotted?
Arc team?
Arc Tyrann.
Arc Tyrann.
I mean,
sorry.
I had 3 open capacity, and I was like, hey, Lost Banish will fit there. Might as well bring it.
Oh, you mean in your holster? I thought you meant like you had it on your bar. I was like, well, you should switch out for damage until we get to Phantom. We have a lot of fights before then.
Yeah, keep it in your holster. Because you're going to be slotting after Phantom anyways, and if I mean, you're just going to be overwriting an almost used up DPS action.
I'm nervous.
Dude, don't be nervous. Is it your first time?
Yep.
Oh.
All I can tell you is stuff will look scary because you've never seen it before, and that's totally normal. Once you do a run or two, you'll be like, oh wait, that makes way more sense in retrospect. Every run you do from this point on will be way easier, I promise you.
All right.
I need team leads. Can I get a team lead for each alliance? Just go ahead and say A or B or C lead in alliance. Nightjet F. F. E lead. Terran.
Also, if you feel nervous, just do what I did on my first run and kind of just stuff your kit full of erasers.
2K away, B lead.
Don't be nervous. Trust the shot callers. They do a great job here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna adjust my text chat so that I don't get unwanted messages. Let's see. Remove free company. Okay. And nobody can tell me anything in an instant, so that'll be fine. Yeah, there we go.
Kios. All right, I still need, as if I missed it, I still need a D lead and an A lead. A lead isn't too much of a problem. I can probably do that myself. But can I get a leader for D? Reindeer, awesome.
Reindeer.
Cool. All right, so we have all of our roles set up. I've got Nightjet on Ren 1, Ipasse on Ren 2. I have Miori for both perceptions. We have Arc Terran on Lost Banish. And then Anlasanth is going to be our duelist, and he's also going to be our Lost Flare main. For our leads, I have 2K on B. I have Kyo for C, Reindeer for D, Arc Terran for E, and then Nightjet for F. Cool. So everyone make sure that you have your holsters set up. Do you guys need any fragments? This is the last thing, because once we get in, we won't be able to buy fragments. You can appraise them inside. Just as long as you have your pre-pop holster all set to go.
Okay, so pre-pop was Font of Power and Dervish for ranged DPS, correct?
If you look at the top text channel, the requirements to participate, it'll have a really nice little chart there that shows what you do for pre-pop and what you do for your holster.
Yeah, it says Dervish, Font of Power, Racer, and Fiend Hunter. The the latter two obviously I can't do until I'm inside, but I already went into Saturn and popped Dervish in front of power.
No
so that
worries.
I already have this up. And
So-
I'm taking as many razors as I can because
Brings comfort.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out a ready check. If you need to still grab things, there's still stuff you need to do before we go in, please feel free to say no. We're just making sure we have everything ready before we head in. Once we get in, the only thing you're going to have access to is your box right at the very beginning of the raid. Awesome. That's everyone ready. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting us into the instance. Give me just a second to walk over to the guy.
Delubrum Reginae, or however it's pronounced.
Oh,
Right, so first things first. First things first, if you're new here, welcome. Most important thing I'm gonna say before we get started with anything is as soon as we get in. Are we waiting on? Okay, no worries. Absolutely no worries. I'll throw out another ready check in about a minute or so.
Just gotta run to the NBC.
That's cool, man.
First
thing I'm gonna say is once we get in, you're gonna notice 2 glowing pads at the bottom of the staircase. Please don't take those pads. We need to make sure everyone has their holsters set up because we only have the one opportunity to set up our holsters for the whole run.
So basically, just like in the original.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Cool.
Is everyone in the party? I mean, in the booth?
If you see some people missing, that's probably some of our veterans. Let me actually double check. Oh, here's what we should do. Team leads. I forgot to mention. One of your other duties, apart from making sure that everyone has their re-razors and essences and everything pop, is look in your Discord and make sure that everyone in your Discord voice has their tags assigned properly. So if you're brand new and you don't have any tags assigned to you proper, or you haven't changed your nickname for the way that Lego Steppers does it, in front of your in-game name, you're going to put 2 letters and a number. The first letter is going to be your alliance. The second letter is going to be whether you're a tank, healer, or DPS, so T, H, or D. And then the number associated afterwards will be your prog level. So if this is your first time, you're brand new, it's going to be a 0. And then that will change based on how far you make it into the raid.
Okay, so it was roll, alliance, and
alliance, roll, then prog.
Okay.
So let's actually take a moment before we head in to make sure that everyone has their tags in Discord set up properly. This will just make it easier for team leads, and this will make it easier for some of the other people who kind of know what they're looking for to help out others if we need to. It'll actually make it much easier for me to figure out what we need to do or what needs to get talked about.
All right. Got it.
I have a silly question about ladder time for Trinity Avowed if we get there. So, if you don't need anything, do you just follow one of the ladder spaces that's blank?
Absolutely, that is exactly what you do.
Okay, so you see one of the ladder spaces in the supposed north that's blank, and then you just follow that to your safe zone. Okay, cool. That's
exactly. Treat it like an arrow that has no element to it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm starting to figure out super chess a little bit.
Healers, also check your what's it called? The alliance chat. with the
Oh yeah,
the Spellforge and stuff.
we do have different alliance chats in Discord. Be sure that you're checking those if you're getting pinged by any chance. Healers are supposed to coordinate which actions are going to take. So one of you will be as an example, one of you will be taking Steel Sting, the other will be taking Spellforge for a particular moment in a fight later on down the road. So make sure that you don't have 2 healers with Spellforge and no Steel Sting, because if it ends up being 2 phases of Steel Sting, it's gonna be really sucky. It's just not gonna feel good. So make sure that you're communicating with your partners. Tanks, make sure you're having the Aether Shield talk. You don't really need to do that now, because every tank should be taking the recommended Aether Shields in their holster. But just make sure you know who's going to be primary Aether Shield, who's going to do backup, and what that means.
Quick question for Alliance E. Did someone swap from tank to a DPS? Because I could have sworn we had 2 tanks.
Alliance C?
E.
Alliance E.
Oh.
I see 2 tanks. I see Miori and I see Ava.
Okay, my UI must just be slow or something then. Okay.
There was 3 tanks for a little bit, and then that was fixed.
Okay, so that was a little longer than a minute. I'll give us another ready check. Just want to make sure that everyone's absolutely set before we go in. I'd rather take a little bit more time outside getting ready than get inside and not have anything, nothing that we need once we get in there.
Yeah, that's what's showing for me as well, Girth. I don't know what's happening there.
I guess the Alliance tab isn't updated properly then?
I think it bugs out sometimes when DRS is involved.
Maybe. Well, I mean, in the Alliance information tab, it's showing 2 tanks. I can't actually look into E-Party right now that we're full.
I see 1.
Yeah, I looked in the party list. I only have 1 tank listed.
Only 1.
Even if we only have 1 tank, it's totally fine. 2 tanks per party isn't necessary. It's just safer. That's all. Oh, if it's Miori doing, just let Miori do Miori.
How many paladins do we have?
Miori is... Oh, Miori's tank, sis.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. All
Okay.
right. We were waiting on 1. I'll just do the hard ready check here.
Yuri's not a summoner. He's a tank with you, right? Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, everyone please, if you're tabbed out, tab back in. You'll have plenty of time to set up your holsters inside the instance. So remember, at the bottom of the staircase, you're going to see 2 glowing pads. Please don't take them. Don't get close to them. Make sure that you do all your pre-pop. If you don't have your pre-pop in your holster right now, get to the box, do your pre-pop, and then make sure you have your holster set up for the rest of the fight. This is the only chance we'll get to touch this box. This isn't like normal. We can't return back here. So once you jump on those pads, there's no getting back to the box and changing actions. So be absolutely sure that you're getting what you need.
Okay.
Yeah, just wait for him to say when we can jump on pads. Volcar, where are you, man? I can't see you.
I'm over here.
Where's here? B? No. Blind.
Okay, I think that should be enough.
jump up and down. Wilgar, I'm so bad. Oh, that's you? Okay. You're himbo?
Wait, is it not showing my
No,
nickname?
You personally messaged me, so I didn't see you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can I mimic you now?
Yeah. Praise the sun!
Another friendly reminder, make sure that your holster is at max capacity. There are items in there for 3 or 1 weight that are super helpful and can make or break a run in some cases. Light curtains are something that I highly recommend you take, and they're only 1 weight each. They give you reflect for 10 seconds, and they can be lifesavers if we end up making it the queen.
Okay, wait. So you mean make sure that the holster is maxed out?
Make sure it's maxed out. Make sure you have 99 of 99. If you don't have 99 max weight, then just make sure it's filled to whatever your max weight is. Any empty space isn't going to help you. If you can fit more into your holster, there's just more stuff in your holster that can help you.
That's a meme. That requires him to rewrite a tooltip.
So while everyone's doing the stuff with the box, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. So, a couple minutes.
Okay, I'm at 99. Light curtain, razors, potions.
Bless you.
Actually, I can just pop this and then bring another.
All right. Make sure we're double checking everyone has the right essence on. You should only be using the pure essences that are outlined in the requirements to participate channel. If you notice that someone has the wrong essence, kindly nudge them in the right direction, help them figure out which one they need. Make sure everyone has re-razors as well. Make sure those are popped now.
The reason you don't see people using irregulars is because it's nasty.
They should put a cluster shop here.
If you use a regular, even with 10 fortitudes, you literally get like, what is it? It's like 30% extra damage, and you die fucking constantly. It's not even fun.
It's not worth.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash S at the end just because people know.
It's only worth it if it's a re-clear and you and your healers know what you're doing.
Even then, it's just annoying.
I find it fun and challenging. But also, if your your blood rage chaining at the same time, you have a
you get extra damage
literally all the time anyway.
No, that's fair. That's under those specific circumstances, it's fun.
I wish to one day blood rage chain like Himbo one day.
Blood rage chaining is
so ridiculous.
It just
makes
kind
of disgusting.
PS feel so fun.
If you know what you're doing.
A dumb question, but just...
What is blood rage chaining exactly? I basically only play healer in this.
That is a thing that requires a lot of
and only
difficulty.
For the fight.
If you see a tank on the first 2 fights doing about 60k, that's blood rage chaining.
Yep.
Like if you see him spamming his dash.
Imagine just like hitting only fail cleave, and that's literally the majority of your damage, and you never come off cooldown at all.
All right. So just to double check, healers have had their talks. We all know who's taking Spellforge Steel Sting. Tanks have all had their talks or know what's going on. Making sure that everyone has their holsters set up properly. Let's have ready checks from each alliance. This will let me know that you guys are... This is you telling me that your holsters are all set, everything is good to go, and you're ready to head on out. We're actually still waiting on one at the box, so even when we get our ready checks dealt with, we'll just make sure that he's all set, and we'll be good to go. So I got Foxtrot ready, I have Bravo ready, Echo ready. Charlie ready. We're just waiting on Alpha and Delta.
Arca ready.
Alpha ready.
Are we not calling it Arca this time?
Oh.
Or is that just a Chuck thing?
I think that might be a Chuck thing.
Okay.
Orca ready.
Gang.
Did I just miss Delta? No, there we go. Delta ready.
Ready.
All right. How we're gonna do this is Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie teams are gonna jump on the left pad. Delta, Foxtrot, Echo are gonna jump on the right pad. When you're ready, you guys can jump to your pads now. Also, if you are in Delta, Echo, or Foxtrot Alliance, you can jump down to the Golem Gulag channel. You're gonna have your shot caller for golems down there as well.
I'm assuming I'm just pulling my slime to the same room again as last time.
We will set it up.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Right, so if you're Golem Gulag, move on down to the... If you're Golem side, move down to the next channel. If you're Slimes, stay up here. Or we'll go over explanations. $27 up here. If there's anyone that's supposed to be in... Zoe's still up here. Alright, cool. Alright, everyone, welcome to Slimes. Let's see how many new we have. Yo! We have quite a few, so we'll just go over a blanket description and we'll start answering some questions later on. Alright, how Slimes is going to work. If you look into the rooms, we're going to have 4 rooms. Each room has its own glowing pad. What we need to do with those pads is we're going to start merging green slimes together. They have an ability called Fusion. It'll just fuse into one mob, and they'll get bigger and bigger each time they do. Our goal is to make sure that we get a +5 slime on each of those pads at exactly the same time, or as close to the same time as possible, because once they get to +5, they will cast an ability called Rupture. It'll do a very large blast. It'll apply Thrice Come Ruin to everyone, so if you get hit with 3, you're instantly dead. We have a way to handle getting away from that, and I'll explain that in just a moment. But the whole point is we want it to rupture on each of those buttons and as close to the same time as possible. In doing so, it'll activate all the pads via those ruptures, and the phase will be over. So that's the overall goal that we're trying to do here. The way this will work is we're going to assign light parties to each side, and B will actually be split up to help each of those parties on the northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Right, so the way this is going to work, we're going to assign a tank to each room. Tanks are going to breach their rooms, and what this means, let me grab our diagram so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's all golem side. Slimes, here we go. So in raid text chat, if you take a look, I post a little diagram. This is our breach strategy for Lego Steppers. This is how we normally do it. Each of those red dots that you see is a potential position for a trap. in any of these rooms, and the hallway is always guaranteed to be there. So normally what we do is we'll have our hallway tank clear out the middle hallway for us, and then they'll handle the north hallway adds. Each tank that is designated as the slime tank in each room will pop their sprint before entering their room, make sure that their invulnerability is popped before they enter their room, and then you'll make a beeline from the doorway all the way to the back wall. So essentially you're making a line from the doorway straight through the button all the way to the back wall. This will detonate any possible traps on the east or west of each of those paths. So that will make your room safe, that'll clear any possible traps in there, and then each room will have a pocket healer. Actually, before we continue, why don't we just get all the parties sorted out? So how I want this to go is C Alliance, I want you to split into 2 light parties. I want 1 tank in the north, or north of that C marker, 1 tank to the south of that. I want 1 healer to the north, 1 healer to the south, and then 2 DPS split evenly. So there should be 4 in front of C and 4 behind C. Alpha, I want you guys to do the same thing. Pick a side patient.
Oh, to the left or right, okay. Oh, as an actual
right.
True north, okay.
Mm-hmm. So how this works out is patient here, he's gonna be northwest. I will be southwest.
She, sorry.
Oh,
No,
my bad.
You're good, you're good.
Patient she will be northwest. I will be southwest. The tanks, I see Yittertot already. I can pick your name out from the group. You're going to be southeast. And then who do we have tank? Fist Piss. You're going to be... Sorry, you're going to be northeast. How we're going to split up B. We're going to have the tanks in B go north and south, and then we're going to split evenly the rest of the DPS and healers to each room. Any of the healers for B, if you want to stick to your tank like glue, you can do that, or you can choose to be DPS in a room. I'll leave that up to you. But can I get 1 DPS from B to come here north of A? Just 1. There you go. Now we need 1 DPS to join south of A. From B. Do we have... Sai, are you a healer? Elder, you're DPS. FSA, duelist. Let's get 1 DPS south of C here. Cool, Sai, that works. And then 1 more DPS north of C. Right, so the only people that should be on B right now are tanks and healers. Right, who's over here? 2K, I know that you're a tank. Aussie, you are a tank. Aussie, can I have you down here as South Hallway tank? Cool. Yarrow, you are divine. Alright. Chuck is a DPS. Elder, right?
Okay, mark my tank.
Alright. Do we have, we should have 5 in each corner. Tank, healer, and then 3 DPS. Can I get an extra DPS here south of C? Chuck, what are you doing?
Chuck's just being Chuck.
Chuck's Chuck, dude. Let's see. Right. That should work. Okay. This is what we'll do. Now that we have our hallway tanks, 2K is our northern hallway tank. What 2K is going to do is, once we open the doors right away, he's going to make a beeline for that middle of the hallway. If you look at the diagram, those 3 red circles are the possible locations for that explosion trap. That one's always there. He's going to pop his hallowed ground. Whatever. He's going to pop his invul. And he's going to run clean through the middle there. He's going to detonate any traps that show up. And then he's going to sit all the way at the north hallway, and he's going to pick up Bajan soldiers. They're just undead enemies. They just need to be kept out of the rooms at all costs. Same thing with the south hallway. As soon as the door opens, instead of doing anything, you get to just chill in the doorway. And as soon as the soldier shows up, you're going to keep it right there on the pad. their AoEs can be stunned, just as a note. So if any of them do happen to get in the room for any reason at all, just know that you can have someone run up and stun it to prevent it from doing that AoE. We want that AoE never to go off in any of the rooms, because it does a knockback, and if it knocks any of the slimes off the pad, we might be in some serious trouble. For tanks, your duty. Once you breach and clear your rooms, that means the room is safe for your DPS to enter. And you'll also see... Oh, hang on. This one doesn't have the positions for all the players. There's another one that I've got here. Right, so in raid text chat, I have the second diagram. This will show positionings. So the blue dots in the center of the rooms are the tanks. This is where they should be standing on their buttons. If you see where the healers are placed, you'll notice that they're up against the wall that shares the wall with the hallway, but they're in the extreme north and south corners. This is because slimes can fuse through walls, and if you stand adjacent, if you're standing together against a wall that shares a wall with another room, it's just bad. So make sure that if you are in any of the southern rooms, you're hugging the southmost wall. If you're in any of the northernmost rooms, you're hugging the north wall. This goes for DPS as well. You're going to be in the extreme corners as DPS. Your only job is when red slimes fall from the ceiling in your designated rooms, you're going to have one person pick up that slime, and it will tether to you. You need to hit it with a damaging spell. If this red slime falls on a tank and whatever, if you are a tank, don't touch it. Don't hit it. Don't do anything. It won't tether to you. It might aggro to you and start hitting you, but it's not going to tether to you. The first instance of damage it receives, it will tether. Right? So the only thing we're going to have DPS do is pick up those red slimes, pull them to those extreme corners, and make sure that they are far away from the green slimes as possible. The thing we want to avoid the most, if you take anything away from this explanation, is greens stacked together. Reds as far away from green as possible. Always. Never let them fuse, never let them merge together with anything. If a red slime merges, it's pretty much a wipe. I didn't bring assassination.
Kill the red slime as soon as you can.
Kill the red slime as soon as you can. If you see a fusion cast on the red slime, if you have it interrupt, please interrupt it. That is the most important thing.
Okay.
Right. Right, so tanks will be in the center, and tanks will wait for their slimes. How we're going to do this is healers designated to each room will be essentially a glorified conveyor belt. Slimes will drop in the middle of the hallway in the center. Healers are going to stand just inside their doorway, making sure that they're trying to stay in their room as best as possible. And you are going to hard cast your Malefic, or your Glare, or your Broil. Don't use any dots, just use a hard single cast and hit one slime. If it comes to you and it enters your room, your tank will pick it off of you with Provoke or with their Lightning Shot or Tomahawk, whatever they use, and they'll make sure that slime then stays on the pad. Once that ad has been taken off you as a healer, you're going to go look back in the hallway and you're going to hard cast another green slime and you're going to pull it into the room with you. And then when the tank is ready for another slime, they'll just Provoke it or they'll Lightning Shot it right back to them, and then they'll start stacking the green slimes and forcing them to fuse on the green pad. It's very, very, very important that these slimes stay on the green pads, because if they rupture off the green pad, it's guaranteed to be a wipe pretty much. It's very, very difficult to recover in time, because there is technically an enrage for this encounter.
I'm guessing it's only red slimes.
The enrage, actually, the Reaper shows up, and he just hands out death. So,
played Persona?
Oh god.
Right.
Yeah, I know the reference.
So let's go over just a simple rundown. It's going to be doors open. 2K is going to destroy that trap in the middle, and he's going to go straight north. Ozzy, I believe, was the one that was the tank down south. He's going to stay in the doorway, make sure that his soldier stays in the south. 2K is going to make sure his soldier stays in the north. If you don't know what the soldier looks like, or you don't ever get a soldier in your room, they're doing their jobs flawlessly then. We don't ever want to see those in the room. Once 2K destroys that middle trap, all tanks can go into their rooms. Remember, sprint, invulnerability, from the doorway all the way to the back wall, making sure you're running across that button in the middle. That'll make sure that you sweep any possible traps. If nothing happens, you're good. If something happens, well, you have an invulnerability and you just broke the trap. Once the tanks are in and you see that explosion, then you as DPS are cleared to enter. Make sure that red slimes do spawn pretty quickly in like the first 30 seconds. So just make sure that you grab your red slime immediately, pull it away from the middle pad, and make sure you're in the extreme corners, not against the wall sharing. Can do weird things with slime movement. So if I were you, just let your healer heal you. Just let them do their job, right? They'll keep you up. We have a pocket healer on every tank. That's how that should be done. The healers, so once everyone's in their rooms, tanks are on the pad, DPS are in the corner beating the snot out of red slimes, making sure they're killing every single red slime that shows up as fast as possible. Your healer has one that they're holding, right? So the healer will pull a fifth one from the hallway and keep it with them. Once all 4 rooms have a slime that's +4 on their pad and their healers are holding an extra green slime, and I get confirmation in text chat, I want everyone in yell chat to say, northwest 4+1, right? That'll be sufficient. Southeast 4+1. When I get that confirmation from all 4 rooms, I'm gonna make the merge call. Exactly what how Endlessanth typed it out. Once I get that call, I'll say merge, and I'll at the same time provoke, lightning shot, tomahawk, whatever it takes. Pull your slime to the pad, and make sure that you stay with your tanks. Make sure you stay with that slime until you finish the fusion cast and you see the rupture cast. Do not leave your room until it says rupture, because if you leave, there's an opportunity for it to get off the pad before the rupture cast goes off, and then we're dead in the water. I know that was a long explanation. Is there any questions? Does anyone have any? Was anyone shaky on anything?
Okay, so one. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say you said I'm in the northwest room, correct?
Who are you?
Yes. Oh, me? This is patient.
Okay. Yes. So the way we have our groups positioned is assuming that B is going to be our hallway, and A is our west wing, and C is our east wing. So, patient, yes, you are going to be in the northwest.
Okay.
I was just gonna ask, once the rupture cast begins, what does everyone else do?
Great question. This is my first time hosting, and also my first time actually giving the description for slimes, so I totally forgot. I'm going to link in chat a flag. So go ahead. That was in the Alliance chat. RIP. Here we go. There you go.
You'll hear Varys say "run out," and then we all run out to that.
When I hear ruptures from everyone, right? Rupturing on northwest or whatever, or southeast rupture, right? I mean, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be looking at all of them, right? When all 4 are rupturing, we're all going to run for the hills. When I say run for the hills, that's what I mean, is that little ledge all by itself. So out the north door and then a hard right, all the way to the edge. That'll take us out of the range of the ruptures, so no one gets slapped. If you see slimes coming after you infusing, don't worry about it. They'll go away if we do it properly.
Because they disappear when the mechanic's on and... Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright.
Any questions? Does anyone who's brand new not know what they're doing for their role? That's a good sound. All right, let's get ready checks in all the alliances.
Someone said be right back.
No worries. Let's just get a ready check, and once they return, we'll just make double sure.
Yeah. Oh, I guess one quick question while we're waiting for them. Do I do what we were doing last time, and I pull the first group of slimes to drop?
No. We're having healers bring you one at a time.
Okay, just healers bring just one at a time. Okay.
So what essentially all you're going to do is you're going to wait for 2K to destroy whatever's in the middle room or in the middle of the hallway, so you can pass without exploding. And then once you get to your room, you're just going to breach. You're going to do your invuln and run over any potential traps, clear the room essentially, and then you're just going to stand on your green button, and then you're going to let your healer bring everything. Yeah.
The healer just gives me the slime on a silver platter.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
So anytime that you feel like you're capable of pulling another slime, if you can do it immediately, do it. If you need to take a little extra time to pull it, do that. The longer this phase takes, the higher the possibility of failure is. So don't go too fast, but let's try to keep everyone at the same speed. So Charlie was ready. I know Alpha's ready. Bravo, we're still waiting on one. So Bravo, when your AFK comes back, just do a ready check and let me know when you guys are good.
When did how much time did the instance start with?
180.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So we've been 30 minutes.
Yeah. The very beginning takes a little time, especially if there's explanations. It's very normal. This is a very normal amount of time.
All right, kill the reds, bring the greens. Appropriate colors for each of the roles.
Cool. Alpha still ready?
I'm guessing no dancing with this. That's bad. I should also put foot buff before I forget, but I'll do it once we start the actual thing. They return.
Oh, they're here? Okay.
Yeah, they just say. We'll do preemptive dancer then before we go in.
All right, so B is ready, C is ready, Alpha's ready. Cool. Right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give us a countdown. Let 2K open the door. He's the one that's gonna lead the way. Remember, if you're in any of the northern rooms, don't get close to 2K. Let him pop his trap. Once the trap in the middle hallways pop, you're all good to go. I'm going to give them a 30-second countdown. We're going to go in the second that I start it, and they're going to go in once the countdown ends, so that they have enough time, or we have enough time to finish our side. Our side historically takes a little bit longer than theirs. Right, so I'll do it in 3, 2, 1. Open that door. Cool, so DPS into your rooms after your tanks have cleared the room. Make sure you're in the extreme corners if you're a DPS. Healers, you're in the doorway picking up slimes, one by one. Try not to fight over slimes. If the slime goes to another healer and not you, just let him have it. Remember, if you see any fusions on red, just kill the cast, interrupt it, make sure that does not go off, make sure the greens don't fuse with the reds. Looks good. Everyone's in the corners. Make sure you're keeping an eye on the stacks for your slime in the middle. Make sure that once you get 4 stacks on your slime, you're not fusing that extra one. You're waiting for everyone else to get theirs up. If everything goes well, this is going to be very boring, and that's good. You think I'm joking?
No, I'm not. I totally believe you.
All right.
Okay. Just trying to make sure I have the right focus.
Right.
Okay.
We have southeast 4+1. We have northeast 4+1. Just waiting on north and southwest.
Yo, southwest, by the way, where is it?
Southwest? Oh shit, I am southwest.
yeah.
My bad. Southwest is 4+1. My bad. Directions are hard.
Sorry, just trying to make sure the slimes are centered on the pad.
No worries. Is northwest good? Are we still waiting on one?
Is going to be 4+1 in a sec.
All right, no worries. Just let me know when it is, and
yep, northwest 4+1.
Okay, everyone's 4+1. Merge now. Everyone, merge your slimes now.
Northwest merging.
Yep. Make sure that fusion cast goes off. Wait for it. Tanks, wait by your slimes. Cool. I see ruptures on all pads. Everyone, run for the hills. Healers, if you have rescue and you see your friends really far behind, yeah, if healers see that their friends are really far behind, just yank them up. Don't worry about the slimes. If any red ones join us at that corner, just let them come and kill them. Let me just stun this.
Easy fucking game.
Bro. Okay, hold up before we get on the pad. I need a report. Is everyone clear? Everyone's alive on each alliance. A clear, B clear.
Mm-hmm.
C clear. C clear. All right, we can get on the pads.
That went so smooth. What the fuck?
That was butter smooth.
Oh hey, where would have it started if this wasn't hell?
Make sure you get your spoils.
Yeah, there are 2 chests at the bottom of the stairs there. Make sure you grab them. Those are your personal loot. No one else's.
Okay, we gotta be right back again.
I'm actually going to be right back, like super quick while you explain Trinity Seeker. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries.
Okay, so oh god,
perfect. We got markers already.
Veriz, we wiped him. Sorry, Golems is.
Oh no! What are we gonna do without golems?
Business as usual.
We're gonna have a golem, guys. That's what's gonna happen.
A golem accidentally took the pad. I'm gonna bring a golem here.
Guys, I don't know what happened. There's a giant red golem that's in the TS arena.
All right, cool. So Trinity Seeker. This guy is almost exactly like he is in normal mode, but faster. He does have a couple new tricks up his sleeve. I'll go over things kind of one by one. The markers are usually for other callers, where they call the safe swords. I do boss relative. What this means is you're going to have to pay attention to which direction he's facing. And if I call left, left, right, right, left, left in this case, if he's facing the way that he's facing, would be the 2-3 side. You would wait there for 2 of his slashes, and then you're going to move straight through to the right hand, or to his right hand side, which would be the 1-4 side. So make sure that you're paying attention to which direction he's facing. All my callouts are going to be boss relative when it comes to the sword slashes. I tend to call Orb and Flower. I just say Seasons is up next. That's the name of the attack. So if you hear that and it doesn't make sense, I apologize. I'll try to say Orb and Flower or look away from Orb as it's happening as well. But that's my heads up to you. If we're on a one mechanic, I say Seasons is up next or it's upcoming. Just know that it's Orb and Flower.
That one's in normal, right?
It's in normal. It's the same name. It's the exact same way as the normal one. So you'll see the orb show up. You'll see the flower show up. You'll see the grid pattern show up. You'll dodge the grid, look away from the orb, dodge the grid again, get away from the flower. Later on in the fight, I think it's the third Seasons pattern. We'll have lasers at it after it. The key word here is that it's after. So you'll dodge the grids first. And then you'll see these big orange lasers. Just make sure you're out of the white lines first and then get out of the orange line. Nice and easy. There's a tank buster that needs to be talked about. It's right at the beginning. If I say all tanks stack up front, our tank that's marked with the block 1, I'm going to want you to stack up there, pop a cooldown or 2, and just stay with him. It's a shared tank buster. Immediately afterwards, he's going to light his blades up. They're going to start glowing, and he needs to be the only target in front. At that point, I'll say everyone away from the main tank. Just stand behind the boss. Make sure that our main tank is the only one getting hit by that. If there's anyone else with him, it's going to be sad times. Ifrit dashes are new to this, so he'll spawn clones that will explode on the outside edge of the field, kind of around where the barriers are. So if I say Ifrits are coming up next, or Ifrit dashes are next, make sure that you're stacked with a party kind of underneath his hitbox, or at least along his hitbox ring. Just make sure that you're not near any of the barricades. Apart from that, everything else is going to be very, very easy to understand. Callouts will handle it. One last thing, Earthshakers. Actually, I should. When I say rotate Earthshakers out of the party, I say rotate because the Earthshakers are a targeted conal on whoever gets it, right? It's the classic star above the head, it's the chain to the boss and them. If you move backwards out of the party, you're still going to hit everyone because it's a line AoE from the center. When I say rotate Earthshakers, if the party is grouped up at 4, I want you to start moving and rotating around the safe part of the field that I call to 1, 3, or 2 marker, however far you want to go, right? So if the party's at 4, you're going to rotate around the boss in the center and point them away.
Basically do what the pugs don't do in normal. Okay.
Exactly. Right. That's it. That's all. That's Trinity's secret explanation. He's very, very, very similar to normal mode. He's just very, very fast. That's it. So as long as you're ready for the fast and the speed and listen to the callouts, I'll try to make them as clear and concise as I can. Everyone should be A-okay. One last thing.
Yeah.
Oh, go for it. No, never mind. Let's take your question first.
Oh, no. I was gonna ask 2 things. Like, what happens if, earlier I was gonna say, a dumb question. Like, what happens if everyone goes to only one side and not to the other? And 2, what happened to the other side?
What do you mean?
The golems.
For golems?
No,
goes to a thin side for golem / slime.
Since the teleporters are one way.
Oh, I assume you just don't clear.
No, there's no reason you'd ever do that.
Don't ever do that.
You wouldn't get past the beginning.
Yeah. I was just curious because that seems like a pretty easy way to mess up, but
I feel
for
it.
Newcomers,
right?
Yeah.
So, 2 things. I forgot the first thing. Well, I'll start with the other thing. If you end up in a situation where both your healers are down in an alliance, please don't in voice chat tell me that your healers are down. Right? I want you to do it in yell chat, or I want you to do it in shout chat. If both your healers are down, you have plenty of time to type. If both of your healers are down, feel free to take a marker, any of the shaped markers, because it makes it simpler. The cross, triangle, square, whatever. Put it on one of your healers. And then associate like that, right? Obviously, we're going to take that off, you're alive. But don't shout out in the middle of raid that both your healers are down, right? I want you to do that in the chat box and put a marker, right? In that case, if I see that, I'll try to make a call for it, and I'll see if someone can sack, but generally you do that so the tank in your party can use Lost Sacrifice on you for a healer LB3 opportunity. Healer LB3 is another thing. When I call LB3, almost always it should be a healer LB3. There should be no reason you're using a DPS LB3. Make sure you're saving that for anyone who goes down, because respawning in this instance is restricted heavily. You can only get them up with lost actions that have that function, or with LB3. So it's a very valuable resource. Last thing, if you die to a mechanic, everyone's in the middle of a fight. No one wants to hear your story on how you died. I know that sounds mean. I know that sounds a little heartless, but if you die,
just wait for someone to revive
try
you,
to keep
or
it to
just
yourself. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get ready checks across all the alliances.
Okay.
I never mentioned blank space because I do boss relative. So if he's on the outside of the field, you might hear one of two calls. That's a good question, actually. It's a good thing to mention. Since I do boss relative, if he's standing right here and he's facing outside of the field, right, and he's slashing, you know, whatever his slashes are, I'll say front, back, back, or left, right, or whatever combination he does. You also might hear in, out. That would mean you stand on the inside of the field, you know, in between the center of the field and the boss, inside of the field twice, and then outside of the field twice. So if you hear either of those calls, front, back, or in, out, that's what that means. I don't use the markers. Oftentimes people will run straight to the marker instead of actually taking the shortest possible distance, and the amount of time it takes for them to move from marker to marker kills them. So in my runs, I would prefer that people keep their eyes open and actually pay attention to their surroundings. It's a better way to learn rather than going off markers, because in my opinion, for as long as I've played, I think that markers are a crutch. Anyways, so ready checks. We have Echo, we have Bravo, we have Delta, we have Charlie. Alpha's good. Are we waiting on Foxtrot? Foxtrot. That should be all of them, unless I missed one. Bad. All right. Who is our tank? Arlania. Whenever you're ready, give us 30 seconds on the board, and we'll get this started. Use food for this. Use your lost actions. We're trying to bring the hurt as best we can.
If you're not the main tank, make sure to turn your stance off, by the way.
Absolutely. Alright, first thing he's going to start off with is a raid wide, so shield and mitigate appropriately. Up next is going to be Mercy Swords. It's going to be the 4 swords. Just listen to the callouts. Pay attention to which way he's facing. It's going to be front, back, back. Front for 2 slashes, then move south for the other 2. Front, back, back. 1, 2, move through. 3, 4. Avoid orb, look away from orb, get away from flower. Alright, we're skipping, so get inside his hitbox. He's a little awkward, get inside the hitbox. Everyone inside the hitbox, get as close to the middle of his hitbox as you can. Perfect. Tank, take it to the middle immediately. Alright, everyone get behind the boss, he's going to tank Buster. Everyone, tanks up front. Alright, everyone away from the main tank. Everyone away from the main tank.
I'm taking it. Sorry, I evoked. I was scared by the low health.
No worries.
Okay, you can take it back.
We're gonna get chains, group up. Wait for it. Break your chains. This is gonna be a hide. Make sure you hide behind a barricade. Get behind a barricade now. All right, back in. Get in the center. We're gonna deal with Ifrit dashes next. Make sure you're in the center, not at the edge of the field. All right, we're starting at the barricade at 2. Start at the 2 marker at the barricade. We're going to rotate clockwise behind the barricade at 3. Hide behind the barricade at 3. Behind the barricade here at 3.
I did it.
Perfect. All right, bring it back to the middle. This is just a raid wide. Handle this like normal. Not too scary. Bring it back to the center. Everyone stack on 3 marker. Everyone stack on the 3 marker. Everyone stack on the 3 marker. We're pushing. Right, main tank, bring it to the center. Everyone stay here. We're going to bait laser dodges. These are just regular line AoEs. Once they show up, just dodge them accordingly. Right? Iron Splitter next. Everyone get on sand. Get on yellow sand. On sand. Alright, Earthshakers are coming next, along with stone or sand. Make sure you rotate these Earthshakers out of the party. Everyone on stone. Blue stone. Blue stone. Earthshakers are coming out. Get them out of the party. Rotate them out of the party. Rotate them out. Next color is sand. Everyone on sand, yellow sand. Rotate those Earthshakers out of the party. Line AoEs are coming. Don't worry about it. Just dodge them like normal. Oh, there should be a raid wide. No, we're pushing. All right, enter Cardinals of the boss. Do not grief this. Get to the enter Cardinals of the boss. Use your eyes. Perfect. All right, center him, and everyone get middle. We're going to deal with next Ifrit dashes. These dashes are going to have sword swipes in the center. Just listen to my calls. Dodge the Ifrit dashes, and we're going to come back to the center for swords. We're going to the A marker. A marker. Rotate with the dashes. It's going to be right, right, left, left. Get to his 1-4 side for 2 swipes, and then move through to his other side. It's right, right, left, left. 1, 2, move through. Seasons is up. Look away from the orb. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Perfect. Group up for chains. Group up for chains. Now break them. Bring it back to the middle. Perfect. Appreciate it. Raid wide. Handle this like normal. And then a mini buster. Get away from the main tank. This is going to be a normal mini buster. Everyone away. All right, we're going into Mercy Swords with brick or stone, or sorry, stone or sand. So listen for the calls. We're going to start on a color. All right, we're getting on his right side, moving through for after the first slash, and staying for 2. On sand, start on sand. Move through. 1, 2, move through, end on stone, end on stone. Everyone on stone, stay on stone. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Dodge the white first, then the orange.
Oh, I'm tanking apparently.
Spooked.
No worries, just bring it to the middle. This is a regular raid wide, followed by a stack mechanic. So get in his hitbox now. Just follow the boss, get in his hitbox. Just get ready for it.
I have the boss now.
Perfect. Everyone in the hitbox, don't be on his sides. Right, we're gonna hold for LB. So once we hit 5%, hold DPS. This is going to be a knockback or hide with Mercy Swords. Right. Hold your DPS now. It's going to be a knockback. We're going to get knocked back to one side. Get back to the barricade at 1. It's going to be in, out, out, in. In, out, out, in. In, out, out, in. Get back in. Break chains. Once the chains are broken, LB3 in the center of the field. LB3 now. Healer LB3 now. And then kill the boss. We'll be fine, just kill the boss. I'm sorry about that slow sword call. I got Cursed Sword pattern on Bricker Sand, and that one's kind of a pain to call.
You got Cursed Swords twice in a row?
At the end. At least the last one was just... I didn't see the first one, so I had to wait till I saw all 3.
There are traps. Do not run ahead.
Okay,
of the Perceptor.
Yeah, our Duelist is going to do Percepting. This is just like normal mode. There's always traps here. Don't go past Endless Sand. Awesome. Alright, all the traps have been revealed. You can head on to Dahu. If you're in Alliance A, if you have any buffs to give our Duelist, head on over to the doorway for the duel. Please don't step on the pad, let him take it, and make sure that he has some buffs for his duel.
Oh, there's a separate area for...
Yes, there's actually a totally separate encounter, and it's a 1v1.
I'm guessing that's we already passed through that. So
our black mage is going to be doing it.
Mm-hmm. We have one person designated to do it each run. He's our black mage in A is going to be doing it. We actually cannot start Dahu until he starts his fight. So whatever you do, don't target Dahu. Don't do any of that funny stuff. Please don't right click him if you're ranged.
Can I dance with him?
The reason we do the duel is at the end of the duel, it actually gives our Duelist a pretty massive, significant damage buff and health buff. It essentially just makes him it makes him a pseudo tank essentially, as well as just an absolute massive turret for damage. That's why we do that.
Yeah, there it is.
Started. I'll go over Dahu. Dahu is almost identical, and when I say almost identical, I mean like they just added like 2 things. 2 things that they added. You'll see numbers around the field that were these markers that were placed around the field. Pay attention to which numbers are where, because the numbers matter. Spit Flame is a attack that will mark you with the little limit cut pips above your head, and you're just going to figure out what number you are, and you're going to match your number to your marker. Now, you're not just going to go to the marker with you're not going to go to the marker with a number above your head. You're going to find a lion, like a monster that's next to that marker, as close to that marker as possible, and you're going to stand on it. Spit Flame will actually do an AoE around you, and it will kill any of the adds that are near you as well. So you essentially just want to stand on a lion and just make sure that it dies. What this will do is open up save spaces for us to get knocked back into when he does his roar. If we don't have those save spaces, it's going to be messy.
Okay.
Later on in the fight, he'll do it a second time. In this case, the second time he does the knockback, there will be flares associated with it. So the idea is, if you're a tank that ends up getting that flare, you're going to go south. Tanks are the ones that get marked for flares. So if you ever get the flare, just find a safe spot that's in the south, so anywhere between 4 and 3, or anywhere near those markers, where the rest of the party will go to the 1 or 2 markers for the safe space. Pop cooldowns when you get knocked back with a flare, just to be safe. We don't need anyone getting killed to damage. Treat it as a tank buster. The second thing that's different is that there will be an ad phase during this. And the ad phase will actually have a bunch of lions that tether to the main threat. So whoever's main tanking is going to get a bunch of ads tethered to them, and they can't be pulled off. Our solution to this is have the main tank pop mitigation. The healers will make sure they keep an eye on his health bar, and the rest of the party will just make sure to do AoE damage to kill those ads as quickly as possible. Everything else is the same. He'll do roars, and boulders will fall from the ceilings. You'll still get the line AoEs from the ads on the side. That was a fast duel. Holy crap. Jesus.
Nice.
Good job.
Focus on Dahu.
Right. Puddles, line AoEs, Shockwave is still here. And then Spit Flame and dashes and, the Fatalis Breath and all that good stuff. He'll still do his merry-go-round thing. It'll be 5 fire breaths in a circle. You know the drill. So we're not gonna really waste anything on Dahu. Dahu is actually considered trash, so we don't use lost actions on him. He's not deserving of our strength.
Just question quick, because I think I missed it because of the duel. What was the second mechanic? The ad phase. What do we do? Just kill the lions?
If you're not main threat, you're just going to AoE any of the ads. Just make sure that they die as soon as possible, because they treat it like a tank buster on the main tank. That's just a slow burn.
Okay.
Treat it like a nasty dot, honestly. Just make sure that you kill those ads before the main tank dies.
All right.
And if you're the off tank in that tank's party, make sure you give them mitigation too, because it helps a lot.
You can do that too. All right. Yes, if you were dead in that last fight and you haven't popped a re-raiser yet, please do that now. Make sure that you have your re-raisers up. We don't need any buffs for this. We don't need lost actions. We won't get LB3 for this fight, so please try not to die best you can. Some of the patterns can get a little cursed, but some of the AoE positioning can get a little cursed, but if everyone stays a little bit spread out, it should be A-okay with the boulders. Once we're ready, let's just have everyone move in front of the purple line. That'll let me know that you're ready to go. Don't rend this. You don't need to rend this. Once everyone's in front of the purple line, we'll get started. I mean, yeah, if you have I don't know how many charges Rend has, I would assume something like 10. If you have 7 charges left, you can probably use 1 on Dahu. I mean, you'd end up either using it here or at Phantom anyways.
I have plenty anyways, so I'm just gonna burn them.
Alright. As long as you have enough for the rest of the raid, I'm A-okay with you doing whatever you want.
Yay.
Yep. Okay, we're just waiting on 2 people to move in front of that purple line so we can get started.
They're there, just start the countdown.
Alright. I'll trust that. Countdown is out. Main tank will pull when the countdown finishes, like usual.
Are you main tanking? Because if you are, your stance is off. Whoever's in the bunny suit. Okay.
Yes, make sure your stances are off. Leave it to the main tank.
Yep.
Cool. So first thing he's going to do is 2 sets of puddles. So if you want, you can spread out to bait them, or you can group up to bait them. Do whatever. Just dodge them. Make sure you use your eyes. You'll be doing 2 dashes immediately afterwards, so get out of the front of his hitbox. He'll do a second dash, stay out of his way. He's going to do a massive cleave, dodge this Fatalis Breath, and let's kill the Devil Ho. I like saying that because Jojo likes to say that. It makes me really happy. Next is just going to be some line AoEs. Don't worry about it. Dodge them. Spit Flame will be soon, so make sure you're paying attention to the top of your head. Remember to match the number with your marker and kill an ad next to that marker. So numbers are going out. go ahead and kill something. Cool. We'll get a shockwave soon, so get ready to dodge. Get out of this AoE and then dodge into it. Dodge into it now. Knockbacks are coming soon. He's charging his knockback. Point your back to an empty space. He's going to do the merry-go-round, so he's going to spin for 5 cleaves. Casters can stay inside the where the second cleave was. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So the ads are going to show up. This is going to be the really weird tank buster on the main tank. Just make sure you're AoEing the ads down.
You can spin the boss around to group him up too.
Yeah, I mean, no positionals, no, he doesn't cleave. Totally fine to group him up by spinning him around. Right? Now everything is going to come all together. So it's going to be puddles, line dashes, then shockwave, spit flame. So puddles first and lines, dodge these. Shockwave soon. Out of it, then dodge into it. Dodge into it. Spit flame soon, pay attention to your markers. Here it is. Look at your numbers, kill something on your marker. Remember, tanks, if you get flares, you're going south. The party is going north. Perfect. He's going to return to the center for more merry-go-rounds. Just stay out of his way for 5 cleaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead. Do we have any dead? Anyone down? That is a clean floor. That's what I like to see.
Bring out your dead.
Yep. No traps to worry about here. So you can go ahead and run on through. There will be... Actually, there won't be traps after Queens either. Keep forgetting Phantom exists.
Yeah, I've seen that happen even in normal. People forget that there are no traps until after Phantom.
Right.
I mean, it's a paranoia. You never know. Especially if no one brings perception.
So, we've got plenty of tanks here. I'm certain that we've got some new tanks. If you want to do any tank stuff, I'm going to put down some markers. Just pick a marker and I can explain what it is that you're going to do. Remember, these guys are totally safe to stand in front of. Just don't attack them at any point. Don't right click. None of that garbage.
What are these markers for?
These are for tanks. So A and B are going to be our main tanks. They will be tanking the 2 bosses that show up during the duration of the fight. C and D are going to be our south aura spheres. And then 1 and 2 are going to be our turret tanks. Their only job is to make sure that they invuln the tank buster that the turrets fire off. 1 more tank. I have no problem with you main tanking everything if you want to main tank everything. Do we have any new tanks that want to take one of the roles up front? C or D? Perfect. All right. So I'm going to give everyone some markers here. Let me get my marker window open.
A very interesting experience so far, we'll say. Gonna need to buy a lot more erasers though.
Right, I'll explain the markers in just a second. This will help tell you what you need to do. Right, so the 2 up front on A and B that have the focus target markers, those were going to be our main tanks. Aralania, that means that you're going to take the knight and the soldier respectively. Patient, you're going to be taking the gunner and the warrior respectively. The first phase is going to be knight and warrior. Patient, you're going to make sure you take your warrior to the east wall first. And then once the the warrior is at the east wall, you're going to make sure, Aralania, that the knight gets pulled to the center. You want the warrior to move first before you move your knight so they don't tether. Last thing we want them to do is tether and wipe the raid. It gets pretty spicy past that.
Oh, like the clip. Okay.
Remember that if you have to do mechanics, you need to wait until all the casts have finished, right? So in this case, if you're doing warrior stuff, the warrior tank will just wait until above ground is casting, and then you can move to whichever bomb you need to move to for that phase. Aralania, same thing. Once Reversal of Forces goes out and you start seeing that the floor is lit up or whatever, then you can move to whatever bomb that you need to. Just make sure that you're not moving too early, because if you move the bosses during that positioning phase, it can get really nasty afterwards. I'll go over boosts and dispels later. We're just going to go over the tank stuff now. Once warrior and knight phase is over, we're going to go to Queen Soldier and Queen's Gunner. The Soldier, which is your job, Aralania, instead of keeping it center, you're going to move that one, yes, to the west wall. Make sure that the soldier is at the west wall before you pull the gunner to the center, patient. It's very important. It's just the reverse of the first phase. The reason we want the gunner in the center is it just makes it way easier for the resulting Mustadio mechanic, which I will actually describe. I will go over a couple mechanics. I'm not going to go over everything. Callouts can actually handle most of this fight. I don't need to overload you guys with information. Right. The markers also double as aura spheres markers. So Aralania and Patient, you're going to be northern aura spheres. Aralania, you're going to take the first one. Patient, you're going to take the second one. And Vance Satori, you're going to take the southern aura spheres. I will post a diagram shortly for the positioning for everything. But essentially what you're going to do with those adds is, if it's your turn to take them, you're going to establish aggro on it, make sure that you're first threat, and make sure it dies before a spite check goes off. Once the orb dies, you'll notice a marker above your head if you were the main threat. That means that you're going to get a really heavy soup. Just invuln it. If I have to say anything, just invuln it. If you see that orange marker above your head, invuln it. That's all you need to know about that.
The cast is a Spite Smite, I believe. Something
like that, yeah. It doesn't matter if you're looking at the cast bar. If you see the arrow, just pop your invuln, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to be posting the reflect pattern, which in this reflect pattern, you'll notice 2 orange dots on the north and south in between the cluster of reflects. And those will be your aura spheres. They're always going to show up in the north and south side of the field when the final add phase begins, where all 4 show up. Right. Bombs doesn't really need an explanation, so what I'm going to explain is going to be gun turrets. I'll give a very light discussion on chains and bombs, but I'm going to go over the turret mechanic, the Mustadio mechanic specifically, because I know that can be a point of difficulty for a lot of people. I'm actually not seeing the really awesome one that I saw. Does anyone have the one that shows the Mustadio mechanic as well as like the AoE lines from the wall?
See if it's pinned.
I'm just gonna... Is it pinned? Let's see. Nope. Here we go. I just had to scroll up. That's the Mustadio, and actually there was the one for the charge, the night charge. I will... Too. Right. What will happen first with bombs? We'll look at the most recent image I posted. We'll get to the Mustadio mechanic later. You'll see 2 images here. One where there's a blue AoE in the center of the field, one that has a blue AoE at the edge of the field. If it's sword pattern, the soldier, the knight, is going to dash from one side of the field to the other in a straight line, and he's going to slash that orb, which causes it to detonate and make a huge AoE in the center of the field. What this means is any bombs that would be safe, whether you have to go to small or big, have to be along the wall, the outside edge of the field, like the very outside edge. Make sure like your back is pretty much up against the wall if you don't know what the size is. That'll make sure that you're out of range. The shield dash is a little bit more difficult to kind of explain. The same thing, he'll dash from one side of the field to the other, but instead of detonating that orb in the center of the field, he's actually going to take it with him to the end of his charge, and it's going to make this big AoE detonation where he ends up at the other side of the field. My best way of describing this is you have to get knocked back away from the orb in the center, because it is also a knockback. Make sure you're not in line with the knight's charge, and make sure you're getting knocked back either 45 degrees towards the knight or 90 degrees away from where the knight is charging. Any more than 90 degrees, you run the risk of getting clipped by the big AoE orb at the wall when he carries it to the wall.
And I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
Where does the knockback originate from?
The center.
Okay.
So the orb itself is essentially where it's going to originate from. It's not a very extensive knockback. It's not a very large one. Actually, I think it's like if you see where A marker and C marker is, it's about that distance, maybe a slight bit more. So it's not a very large one. So what I'm saying is don't stand like right next to the charge line from the knight. Don't be like right next to the orb either. Be a little bit away, just make sure that you get knocked back either closer towards where the knight started, or like 90 degrees from where the knight started, left or right. Any more than that, you run the risk of getting hit by the orb that detonates at the edge of the field. Right. So that handles Sword and Shield. We're just going to describe Mustadio, and then we're going to be A-okay to talk about Reflex, make sure our dispels are set, and then we'll get going. Mustadio mechanic. The gunner will do Queen Shot. That will be the attack that interacts with your Mustadio circle. So if you've done Retorana Lighthouse or Ravenast or whatever the fight is that has Mustadio. Orban Monastery. Thank you. You're going to point the gap that shows up around your character, that hole in your defense. You're going to make sure that that's pointed at the center for Queen Shot. And as soon as the AoE in the center goes off, there's going to be a second set of AoEs coming from the wall. As you can see in that image, the right-hand side of that image, you'll see blue lines and yellow lines. This is to show that those turrets don't always shoot. There's always going to be an AoE coming from one direction or the other. My best recommendation is you stand directly in the line of one of those turrets, right? So you see a turret and it has that arrow showing where it's going to shoot, right? Mm-hmm. You stand directly in front of it and make sure that the part of you that's facing it is that gap in your defense. So it'll be the center, and then to a turret on the wall. So I'll say point your hole to the center, and then once that goes off, I'll say turret on the wall. And then you'll turn to face your gap to a turret along the wall. Make sure you understand which turrets are facing where, because if you point your gap to like a space in between turrets, that's wrong. Right.
Okay, so it has to be pointed. So it can be either the blue or the yellows.
Right. Or if it's coming, they can come from the east or west. You need to point your hole to the source of damage. That's how this mechanic works. Okay. So if I have to boil it down, the hole in your defense has to be pointed towards the source of damage. So the first source of damage is going to be the center of the field or wherever the gunner is. So if the gunner's not centered, point it towards the gunner. Right. Second source of damage is going to come from the wall, and it could either come from your east wall or your west wall, depending on where you're standing. So just make sure you stand, if you're looking at the east wall, stand in front of a turret that's pointing towards you on the east wall, as an example. Okay. And just make sure your gap is pointed towards the source. I almost forgot about turret tanks. Yeeter, Tot, and 2K have been here. I'm almost absolutely confident they know what's going on. For those who don't know, they're literally, once turrets show up, they're just going to establish aggro and make sure that they take the tank buster. That's it. And then we kill the turrets before they explode on us. Easy peasy. Right. I'm going to do 2 markers here. Can I get 1 reflect from each alliance to call out in yell chat? So if you're reflecting for A, I want to see like A reflect. If you're reflecting for D, do D reflect. And then just stand on the 3 markers so I can make sure that we have all 6 people knows what they're doing. E reflect, Bravo reflect, Delta, Charlie, Alpha. We're waiting on Foxtrot. We have a Foxtrot reflect.
No, we'll need a backup.
We'll need a backup. Okay. So, right. Is that because he's tanking, or?
Yep.
Or just in case he goes down?
I can back up reflect. I have 2 light curtains.
Alright, no worries. Light curtains work here. Normally we have reflect slotted for that last phase. Oh. I see. Okay. Yeah, so no worries. The diagram that I posted first to talk about the aura spheres is what we'll use to talk about reflects. So if you take a look at that diagram, it's the first one that I posted for this. They're all labeled with D, E, F, A, B, C, 1, and then those letters with the 2 next to it. This is going to be the position for all the orbs. You're going to start, if you're an E, you're going to start at E, and then you're going to move to E2. So E1 to E2, D1 to D2, A1 to A2, right? So essentially, everyone's going to go north if they're ABC Alliance. Everyone in DEF Alliance is going to go south. From that point on, you're going to go to your respective reflect positions. Once you see these orbs show up, you're going to pop reflect before you stand in it. Make sure that it's already applied, and you're just going to stand in the AOE. Doing so will kill the orb, and you'll just move to the next one, and you'll reflect that one. If we don't handle these reflects, they'll explode. They'll do raid-wide damage. I don't know if it's I don't really know if it's heavy or not, but what I do know is it applies damage down. And since the last phase is a DPS check, we don't want it going off. That's all. So make sure that the reflectors in your party know what's going on. Are there any reflectors that don't know what's going on? That this is their first time doing it? That's a good sign. All right, so I'm going to take it as reflect. I'm going to take it as reflect is handled. Do we have at least 2 dispellers? I want at least 2 dispellers that know what they're doing, just in case one goes down to dispel the warrior. I have Al. One more person that wants to volunteer for reflect, just in case. Or sorry, dispel. I mean, Dominic. Okay, cool. So I have my 2 dispels. Perfect. Whenever I call boost on warrior or dispel warrior, that's all you're gonna do. Warrior's gonna do a short cast called boost. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's gonna be a red buff that shows up on his bar. Just dispel it before the raid white goes off, and then we're all good. I'm sure our dispels know what's going on. Yes, what Chuck said. Yes, if your reflector is down during like soldier and gunner phase, and they're not getting back up, please call that out so someone else can see that and make sure that they can handle it. Make sure to put that in yell chat. Don't call that out loud in voice, please.
Okay, there it is for posterity. Okay.
Yeah. Are there any questions?
So DPS just keeps DPSing the anything that pops up.
DPS have a field day, yeah. DPS just do what I tell them to and make sure they're hitting the bosses as hard as they can.
And try not to die. Okay, got it.
You can.
Can you have
a... right. I will actually... So, I'll set up the markers right here. For bomb tethers. I have kind of a thing that I say for them. If you get a tether during bombs, I do have to mention that tether to you is for you and you alone. If you don't see a tether on you, then you didn't get it. If bombs are tethered and you are not tethered, I will say tethers go to big, no tethers to small, right? Or it'll be tethers go to small, no tethers to big, right? Just listen for the call. Make sure that you're paying attention to your debuff. When Reversal of Forces is casting, that's what's going to give you your reversed weight. If you are tethered, that will be my call, right? So if you end up getting tethered to the warrior, and the bombs are tethered, you're going to big. If you get tethered to the warrior and nothing else is tethered, you're going to small, right? So if I say knockback from center, tethers to big, no tethers to small, you'll just get knocked back from the center, and if you were a tether, make sure you're going to small.
Okay, I understand. So basically reversal of forces this time is not like for everyone, it's just whoever's tethered. Right. Okay, got it.
Right. I do call out the Knight Pharaoh Storm thing a little differently. I normally call the phase with Storm and Nails. Nails are from the E6, whatever. All you need to know is if you see these little claws surrounding the Knight, we're going to go to the side of the Knight that doesn't have a claw. If he's sword, we're going to get out of his hitbox. If it's shield, we're getting in his hitbox. Just listen for the calls. I'll try to call it out best I can in the moment. But that one should be very easy to understand. Just make sure you get to the safe quadrant around the Knight, and you're either in or out of the hitbox when I call it. So that should be everything. Let's get some ready checks and we'll get going. That was a really long explanation. I apologize.
It's alright. Everything has to be explained, otherwise things are gonna go. Oh, and your explanation has been good so far, I'd say. Like this all seemed a lot more intimidating, especially with the lack of like guides and in general, like looking publicly. So it actually has been really, really helpful.
Someone's asking in Discord right next chat about Spellforge Tuesday.
Oh, right. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. Right now, I want healers. You should have talked about this already. I want you, if you brought Spellforge, slot it now. If you brought Steel Sting, slot it now. Make sure that if anything happens when Spellforge goes, if I call for Spellforge to go up on party members, make sure you're putting Spellforge on anyone that deals physical damage, and please prioritize the tanks in your parties first. If it comes to the point where we have to get rid of the buff, like the first one was Spellforge, now we have to do Steel Sting next, you can right-click the buff off your buff bar. If you're on controller, Aeol just put the commands, the / commands for controller players if you want to make a macro with that. Or you can just type that into chat, that'll get rid of your buff. If I say, like, click off Spellforge and you have the purple icon still, make sure you're turning it off because you're just doing substantially less damage that way. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? Spellforge, I went over bombs, I went over Stadio.
The special classes that need both, I guess.
Special classes, I'm sure someone can put it in the chat for me. That would be classes like Paladin. Dark Knight's not too big because you're not going to be doing your AoE rotation, I don't think. Maybe at the beginning, I guess, but it doesn't matter there.
Their OBCD is magic. So.
Yeah, so Paladin, Dark Knight, Red Mage, Ninjas, Bard if you wanna. Doesn't matter on Bard, unfortunately.
Aralani is asking the question.
Aralani,
main tank.
Yeah. I'm taking Knight and Soldier. Yes, you are. Arlani, you're going to take any of the westmost ads that fall. That's what we're saying. You're going to need both because you're one of the problem children. All right.
Ipase, I don't know if you saw in chat, but you'll be taking the Soldier and Warrior for a brand.
All right. Let's do ready checks again. Let's make sure everyone's on the same page, and we'll get Queen's Guard down.
Okay. So far, so good. We're halfway through.
D ready. Alpha ready. Echo ready. Bravo ready. Charlie ready. Waiting on Foxtrot. Foxtrot ready. Right. Make sure your food is up. Make sure you have all the lost actions that you fight. Aurelania, you're the main tank. You can give us a 30-second countdown when you're ready. Precast Spellforge and Steel Sting on the people that need it during the countdown, because we're going to they're going to tell us their preferred damage type pretty early on. Yeah, tinctures, lost actions, food, everything. This is an actual boss fight. We want to kill this as fast as possible.
And tanks need tank stance, right?
Yep. All the yes, 1-2 and block 1-2. Turn on your tank stances. Sorry, thank you. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Aura Sphere tanks only. Turn on your stances. Make sure you grab a tank or an enemy, and make sure you don't let it go. We do have a duelist who's going to do lots of damage. Make sure you're doing single target and you're actually keeping it away from our duelist. Right, we're gonna get 2 raid wides here. So mitigate appropriately. First raid wide incoming. Hold the bosses together, tighter. Make sure we're keeping aggro off the duelist. Keep aggro off the duelist. Second set of raid wides. All right, warrior tank. Take the warrior to the wall. Wait to take the knight to the middle. If you're not the main tanks, turn your stance off now. Closer to the middle. We're in Steel Sting. Click off the purple buff, make sure that you have the yellow buff. Click off the purple, make sure you have the yellow. First mechanic is going to be bombs. I'll let us know what we're doing in just a second here. It's sword. Our safe bombs are going to be at the edge of the field. Get ready to see tethers. Here come the bombs. Reversal of forces. If you have a tether, you're going into big. If you do not have a tether, you're going to a small bomb. Tethers to big, no tethers to small. Make sure you're at the edge of the field. If you're in the middle of the field, you're in the wrong spot. Cool. If you fall first, move to where a bomb exploded. If you fall first, move to where a bomb exploded. Main tanks, get back to your bosses as quick as possible. The warrior is boosting. Dispel on warrior now, please. Dispel on warrior now. Thank you. Raid wide incoming. A little more damage on the knight. We want to try to keep their health pools as equal as we can. Alright, next phase is going to be Storm and Nails. If you get a tether, you're going to go to the green AoE. If you don't get a tether, you're going to the purple AoE. Tethers are going to go to green. No tethers are going to go to purple. Try to stay as close to the middle as possible. Right? Tethers to green, no tethers to purple. It's sword. We're going to stay out of his hitbox in the safe quadrant. Safe quadrant is north. Get out of his hitbox to the north. Out of the hitbox to the north. Right,
Dispel
back
warrior.
to the bosses.
Dispel warrior.
Dispel on warrior. Dispel on warrior. Dispel on warrior. Ooh. Alright. Tank busters on main tanks going out now. They're going to take some damage. Right. We're still in Steel Sting. Make sure you still have that yellow buff. Click off the purple buff if you somehow have it. Click off the purple, make sure you have yellow. This is going to be bombs and tethers again. Try to keep the damage equal. Work on the knight. This is going to be shields. We're going to get knocked back from the center to our correct bombs. Never mind, you guys got damage. Just kill them. What are we doing? Right, soldier's going to go to D first, and then the gunner to the middle. Soldier the wall first. A little bit more. There you go. Now you can take gunner to the middle. Yep. Alright. First mechanic is balls of fire. There's going to be small balls of fire. Those are going to turn into frogs. We're going to stand in between where those frogs move. I will call out the safe space. Safe marker is the one marker. Everyone move to the one marker. You're getting your Mustadio mechanic now. Point your hole to the gunner in the center. Now to a turret on the wall. Turret on the wall now. Right? Get back to your bosses as quickly as possible. Tank busters are going to be coming up. Main tanks are going to take some damage. Thank you, Miori. This is raid-wide damage.
Soldier tank is fighting for aggro.
Let Miori take it. Right. Next mechanic is going to be gun turrets. Gun turret tanks, turn on your stance now. Get ready to pick up your turrets. Gun turrets are coming out now. Pre-position for your turrets. Establish aggro on your turrets. Invuln at 75% through the cast. It's a slow cast. Don't get tricked by it. Invuln now. Everyone else kill down the turrets. Make sure the turrets are dead. Cool. There's going to be fire or ice upcoming. Just be ready to sheath your weapon if you have to. It's ice. Make sure you're still moving. Don't stop moving. Don't gap close. Don't cast. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. All right, you're clear. Next mechanic is going to be Jumpy Boys. It's just like normal mode. We're going to find the ones that aren't tethered. Those are going to be the safe ones. They're going to jump twice. If we have enough DPS, we can probably just skip this phase entirely. Yeah, kill both bosses. Kill both bosses. ABC alliances, go north. DEF, go south. Aurasphere tanks. Get your Auraspheres. Make sure you establish aggro. Do all that. Reflectors in position now. Kill Auraspheres. You can work on the bosses now. Be mindful of their shields. We will get a second set of Reflects and Aura Spheres in just a moment here. They're casting Parry, Disengage. Disengage. Don't attack them. Engage. Aura Spheres are spawning soon. Next Aura Sphere tanks, get ready. Aura Sphere tanks, grab your Aura Spheres. Everyone kill the Aura Spheres before Spite check. Reflects are in position. Handle your Reflects. Right? Careful with the parry shields. Finish off these bosses. That was going so fast, I almost forgot to call Healer LB. My bad. I did forget to call Healer LB. But I don't see anyone on the ground, which is really, really good. Oh.
Are there traps?
Make sure you grab... Hold up. There's no traps, but make sure you grab your chest. There are 2 here, so make sure you grab those if you forgot them. They are personal.
Wait,
there's 2. You have 2 because our duelist did a fantastic job and downed the boss. We get a second chest for that.
Okay, I think I got both.
I apologize for the very long-winded description before Queen's Guard, but you guys handled that beautifully. Holy crap.
I did it.
You guys are doing better. You guys are doing straight up better than I am.
No,
I did it dumb because I forgot about the shield reflects.
All right.
The Phantom of the Boja.
Welcome to Phantom.
Don't get close to the boss. It does have an aggro range.
Mm-hmm. If you see people walking along the wall, you can do just that. I'm actually gonna roll on Chuck's luck, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go up to the side here.
It's one for sure.
We need Aether Shield for this?
We do not need Aether Shield for this. If you have any remaining DPS actions, use them here. Oh, I see we want the ass markers. Got it. A for ass. Ass gang. Right, just quick note. This boss is very simple. This is what we're using Banish for. If you are a Banish user, please slot that now and make sure you keep uptime on the guy here. Hopefully, if we can manage it, we can kill before ads. If not, ads is very simple. I am very comfortable in saying that past ads, I have no idea. I still have no idea how to call the miasma patterns. So, please don't trust me with that. Let's just kill this as quickly as possible. I still need to learn that. I'm a bad boy for hosting before I learned it. This purple zone over here will immediately turn to death once we pull, so try not to stand on it. It won't be immediate, but it'll be pretty quick.
There's one
there is
here
also
too.
Yeah, there is also a strip all the way at the south. Make sure when we walk the dog from north to south, we don't run into that either.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's pretty much it. Make sure Banish has uptime. If you're a white mage, there is a particular thing that you can do if you haven't done it before. During ads, the mist wraiths, the white-looking ghosts, will have to be healed to death. If you benediction, they die instantly. So I would prefer that you guys actually walk up to your phantom and then benediction it, or somehow just kind of hang off and try to spread out your benediction so you don't keep dropping them on the same one, or people don't drop it on the same one. Other than that, just make sure they get healed to death, and the red ones just need to die to damage.
Ice spikes.
Yeah, ice spikes is curse. If we see ice spikes, somebody else is probably calling because I don't think I could get us to ice spikes.
Who is main tanking this, by the way? Is it still
Aurelania is who I would prefer because they were the one who wanted to continue to main tank. If you have markers above your head, you can turn those off now.
But they're
Miori, I believe, Miori picked up that soldier because he immediately saw that Aurelania was not going to get back in time, so he saved the party from the bosses from tethering. Particularly with the Mustadia mechanic, it's really difficult for the pattern we got to get back in time. So you're learning. It's A-okay. Even for people who've done this a ton of times, like unless you're in the know, it still catches them off guard too.
Aurelania, if you're going to be main tanking, just make sure you have your stance on.
Everyone is in front of the purple line, right? I don't see anyone behind it. I see someone standing on like the death line. If you want to move in between the 2 and 3 marker, thank you. All right, Aurelania, I'll let you do the countdown whenever, and pull the boss to A, and we're gonna gamble on A being the right spot. If A is not the right answer, we're gonna sprint to D. Right, we're gambling on uptime. That's all we're doing here.
Right, but you shouldn't have to explain the A.
I'm staying. All right, Chuck. First thing he's gonna do is a raid wide. Nothing special here. Trust me, like this guy's pretty much positioning if we can do it before ads. All right, are we staying or are we going? We're staying. Uptime, bro. So stand on the A marker. Once this cast finishes, it's just going to be like normal mode, but a little bit faster. We're going to walk down the line in the donut. All right. Walk down the line. Be very careful with the wall at the end. Don't walk into the death wall at the end. All right. Stop here. Now we're going to move to the 2 marker. 2 marker now. All right, everyone back to the 1 marker. We're going to chill on 1. He's going to start casting some things. That's fine. Beat the snot out of him.
The big deeps.
We're going to wait for 3 explosions on the 2 marker, and then we're going to move to that. And then we'll return to the 1 marker after the 1 explodes 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Move to the 2 marker. Move over to the 2 marker. 1. Was that 2? 3. There we go. To the 1 marker. My eyeballs did the shaky thing. All right. Well, we're gonna see ads. Not bad. So remember, red ghosts need to be killed with raw damage. Just attack them normally. White ghosts need to be healed to death.
I'm gonna heal you for negative damage.
Pretty much. Once we're done with all the ads, if anyone has an interrupt, like head graze or interject, make sure that you interject or interrupt the boss in the center, just break his cast as soon as the barrier goes down.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you made the right choice, kid.
All right, put him out of his misery.
There are traps here, so please be careful.
Do not grab your chest and wait for our Preceptor to handle it. Miori's going to Percept for us.
Please do not run in front of the Preceptor. Wait for the Preceptor to go through the hallway.
Right, this is safe. No traps.
And then someone explodes.
Be very careful with the traps downstairs. There is a new trap down here. It's a mini trap. We absolutely need that for after TA if we want to make it to Minotaur. So if you see a pink trap, do whatever you can to avoid it. Please turn your camera when you get to the bottom of the stairs and pay attention to the hallway and the traps in the round room. Make sure we're not hitting those pink traps.
Mini?
Yeah, mini. It gives you minimize or minimum, whatever.
We need them for after this boss.
Oh boy.
I'll show you when we're done with this.
No, I'm guessing it's for one. A friend told me like there's a new boss that you have that comes out in like the area where the statue was behind, up there.
Yeah, that's Minotaur. There's actually stairs underneath the statue that we take. I actually really need to use the restroom because I drank a lot of garbage and I have to pee a lot. So
go.
I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll give descriptions for the A1. I implore everyone else to take their potty break now. All right. Welcome to TA. If you've heard from other people, this one tends to be the run killer in a lot of scenarios. What are these markers?
That's line.
Someone describing lions?
I knew that looked familiar.
Okay, let me grab some images for you guys before I go into my descriptions. That way I won't have to pause mid-description. Alright, these should really only be the two diagrams that you need, since I will be handling sword slash callouts. I'll kind of describe what my callouts mean and what we're gonna do for certain mechanics. I will briefly describe the mechanics that I'm talking about if they have anything noteworthy, but unfortunately when it comes to this fight, there's not a whole lot I can do to help you as an individual in particular. This fight is almost entirely personal responsibility, and it comes down to whatever elemental brands and markers you have on your head. If you've done DRN and you have done Trinity Avowed in normal mode, You'll know the temperature mechanic pretty well. The bow pattern ladder game is in here. The meteors are in here still. And then the swords are here. Swords is actually it looks different. There will be 4 ghosts that show up, or 4 apparitions that show up, and she'll slash. Each of them will slash with a different temperature. Swords tends to be one of the ones that is easy to call, but it's very difficult for people to understand where the safe spot is. So I'm going to try my best here right now. If you look up on the field, there are the 1, 2, 3, 4 markers on those 4 tiles. When sword phase happens, only one of those numbered tiles is going to be safe. That means that it's not going to get struck by any AoEs. It's not going to get struck by any cleaves. So if you have the temperature that you need already, or if you have a temperature, or if you've already done a slash for the second slash, you can just stand on the open space and not get hit by anything. There will always be a safe space for every single set of swords that she does. So when I call out, for example, 4, that tile is not going to get hit by anything. Now, what this means, though, is every tile in a cardinal direction from the 4 tile is going to get slashed by at least 1 ghost, right? This means that if you look at where the 3 marker is, which is directly underneath her, that will be a potential place to get hit by a sword to alter your temperature. 1 will be a potential tile to stand on to alter your temperature. D is a possible place to alter your temperature. And then south of 4, this white tile just south of 4 will be a optional tile to stand on to adjust your temperature. That means 4 isn't going to get hit, but 3, 1, D, and the tile south of 4 will be what you would stand on. If you stand on any tile other than the 5 that I described, it will be instantaneous death. You cannot survive it. So if I call 4 as the safe space and I see someone standing on 2, I kind of don't have the brain power to say, "Hey, you're gonna die," but you're gonna die.
You dead.
So remember, if I call 4 and you're on a diagonal tile from any safe space that I call, you're dead. You don't want to be in an overlapping tile. You can't do 2 temperatures at once. You have to do them separately. During the complicated form of each of these mechanics, you will get a brand. The diagram that I posted that has that grid, and it has the icons at the top and the icons along the left. The ones along the left are your temperature. That buff is going to show you what the temperature is above your head as well. That's the one that it is tied directly to the gauge above your head. It looks like a dude with an arrow on his head, pointing up or down, right? Mm-hmm. 1 arrow is 1 hot, 2 arrows is 2 hot. Makes sense. The ones at the top are your elemental brand, right? It's a thermometer shaped thing. You can see that if it's 1 hot, it's just a red dot. If it's 2 hot, it's the line of the thermometer, right? Mm-hmm. How this works is you're going to add those 2 together, and you're going to get your resting temperature for the end of the fight. It's very important to note that your brand is not going to resolve immediately with the mechanics. It will happen after everything is done, right? So you need to make sure that whatever your brand is showing, the temperature above your head has to be the opposite to make sure that you sit at neutral, right? So if it's too cold on your brand, you need to have too hot above your head, right? So a lot of the difficulty from this phase comes from deciphering which debuffs are which and making sure that your temperature is the right temperature at the end of the phase. What was your question?
No, I was gonna say, so it's basically like a modifier that's added on top of the existing temperature mechanic.
Right. So when hot and cold goes out, she'll give you a temperature. In the last half of the fight, she'll cast Elemental Brand, which will give you a brand, and that's like a second temperature. You just add them together. That grid shows you if you can't figure out like what the icons mean, or if that's easier for you to digest. That grid just shows you if you have 2 ice and 1 fire, the result that you need to get hit by is 1 hot, right? The only thing that you need to do is just make sure that the temperature above your head is opposite of your brand, because those will cancel out once the brand affects your temperature, and you'll return to neutral that way. You'll see it when you get in the fight. I won't go into it any more than that, because I already gave it a long-winded explanation. But for swords, just remember, if I say 1 is safe, I don't want you standing on 3, or any diagonal tile from 1. You go to the safe space, and then you go either north, south, east, or west. There are force marches during this fight. Force marches will move you 2 tiles in the direction the arrow is pointing. So if you're facing north and your force march is to the right, is an arrow pointing to the right on your buff bar, then it's going to force march you to the right of wherever you're facing. Make sure that you are positioned appropriately, because it will march you 2 tiles in whatever direction your force march is. Just make sure you're paying attention to that. I'll help bring attention to it. I'll call out like force marches are going out. Look at your force march, understand what it means, and then I'll try to make sure that I make the call for pre-positioning for your force march. But if I don't make that call, I'm going to hope that you understand that you're looking at your debuff and you're looking for the countdown. Normal meteors will have a force march, and then complicated bow ladder will have a force march. Please do not pop sprint when force march happens. It'll march you 3 tiles instead. It gets messy. It's just don't do it. Don't pop sprint. There's only 1 point you should pop sprint, and I'll let you know when to do that. For bow pattern, it works exactly the same way. It'll take every turn it can get. There's more lines in this bow pattern. The second image I posted are the 2 possible setups. The way you can differentiate them is if you see the highest ladder is on the first highest ladder is on the left, or if it's on the right. That's generally how people call it. So left side higher or right side is higher, if that call makes sense. I usually don't ever look at this grid. I always trace it out myself. Yeah. But the grid is there to help in case that's better for you. If someone else wants to call out whether it's left or right side higher, I don't mind. Just make sure that that's all you call, and you're not keeping the comps as clear as possible. Complicated bow pattern will have your element, your brand, and then a force march. So just remember, your force march is going to march you 2 tiles in the direction that it's pointing. So just make sure that before the arrows go off, you're pre-positioned to the 2 tiles away and facing the correct direction to get force march to the tile that you need. That one kills a lot of people. The rest will be very easy to call out. We'll see it as we get to it. Again, this fight is 100%, almost 100% personal responsibility, so any long-winded description I give you isn't going to make this fight any easier for you.
Just one question, because I want to make sure I understand. Okay, so the sword pattern for the temperatures you mentioned. Okay, so there's always going to be 1 safe square, like 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yeah. But you also mentioned that there are only certain squares in which you can actually be hit. Which one were those?
Cardinal of the safe space. So if I call 4, which tiles are safe?
The one in front, 1, D, and the one where she's standing right now? Mm-hmm. All right.
And the south one is also safe. Remember, those are the ones that are going to get cleaved by a temperature mechanic. That's how you're going to change your temperature to make sure that you match what you need, right? And to make sure that you get to 0.
And don't take 2 at once, because that kills you. Okay, got it.
Yeah. She will do it twice. So if you need to get hit twice, which is very likely in the second half, you will have to get hit twice. If you get it, I mean, there are certain patterns where you do have to get hit twice. There are some people who don't have to get hit at all. Actually, I think you'll always have to get hit at least once, honestly. But
you don't have. But the point is, you don't want to be hit at once. It's at separate times.
Exactly. You only want to get hit by 1 cleave at any given point in time.
Okay. And what are the letter markers for again?
Those are cardinal markers. That's for me to say if Flames of Baja is happening at D, we're going to run to B, or we're going to get force march to B. Right. That's for us to avoid the big sea of fire.
All right. Got it.
The other markers just make it easier to call out the stuff. All right. Make sure that if you're a tank, you have Aether Shield slotted. This is where we're going to start doing that. Now that I'm mentioning it, I need to mimic off someone who has Aether Shield.
I have Aether Shield. I have Aether Shield and Sacrifice.
I have Aether Shield.
All right.
Blood.
All right, no worries then. I'll let you do it. I'll keep it. I'll keep my holster open just in case.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, this is going to be very simple. It's going to open up with a stack tank buster. All of our tank busters are going to be stack busters. So if I call tank stack, just make sure we get at least 2 other tanks to help out the main tank up front. Just listen to the calls. Everything will be a-okay. This is a very hard one. If you die a lot your first time, it's your first time. Don't worry. It's a complicated fight. You haven't seen anything yet, so it's going to be difficult. Let me get ready checks from all the alliances because this is dragging on.
Don't worry.
All right, so we have E ready, F ready, B ready. C ready, Alpha ready.
No, I'll wait on 1.
Waiting on 1. A waiting on 1. Okay. D ready. So we're just waiting on A.
Make sure to refresh your food.
Yeah, we're using lost actions here. This is a boss. Make sure food's up. Using pots, all that good stuff. We had a tank swap, right? Someone else is doing main tank, right?
Yeah, I'll be main tanking.
Who's that?
That is me, Patient Crystal.
Okay, cool. Put the marker above your head. The block one.
The block one? Okay.
Is King back?
No. Says no.
Alright.
Okay, I'm close to running out of Dervish, so I'm just gonna pop it and then pop a new one.
Yeah. Anyone who isn't Patient Crystal, please turn your stances off now, so we don't run into that issue later. Where's King?
They say at some point if they were going to the restaurant or something, since I was more listening to the explanation than actually.
They did say BRB at like 8 minutes in. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a while ago.
That was a while ago.
We're running out of time on our instance.
Yeah.
I'm almost about. Okay, there he is. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Everyone's got their lost action slotted. Hopefully everyone has shell too. We are running out of time because my explanations have been a little long-winded, so I'll just have Patient put 30 on the board and we'll get ready for this fight.
Okay. I'm gonna hit Honored Sacrifice for my opener, so just be aware. It's not gonna do a whole lot, but you know. Just
good to be aware. All right, awesome. First thing that she's going to do is a tank stack. So I need tanks up front to share with the main tank. Next is going to be a very heavy raid wide. Make sure you have your Aether Shields ready. Go ahead and pop them now. Aether Shields, heavy mitigation now. All right, get ready for her arsenal. We're going to see what she does. Mercy, get behind her. Everyone behind the boss. Behind the boss now. Pre-position in front. Get in front of the boss. It's in front of the boss. Make sure you're in front of the boss. Next will be get out of her hitbox. Make sure that you're out of her hitbox by the time she finishes spinning. Out of the hitbox, out of the hitbox. Out of the hitbox. Everyone back in. So our pattern is going to be staff, bow, sword. So meteors are going to be first. Look at your temperature. You're going to be getting a quick march. This quick march is going to point. You're going to point this quick march to any of the meteors that you need. So look at your temperature, figure out what you need to get hit by, and then point your force march to the meteor you need to get hit by. Right, you have 5 seconds on your countdown. 2, 1, point. Right, back to the center. She's going to do another large raid wide, so get ready for that. Aether Shields, heavy mitigation now, please. Heavy mitigation now. She's going to be recentering. Make sure you're south of the boss when she recenters. Everyone south of the boss. This is going to be bow pattern. We're going to get another force march here. Make sure not to sprint. And we're going to have a tank stack as well. So force march is going to come out first. Tanks can just pre-position in the front. Here's your quick march. We're going to get quick march to either Delta or Bravo. Remember, we're going away from the fire. So look at your force march, understand what that means, and make sure you get ready to point it away from flames. We're going to Delta. Point to Delta. Point to Delta now. Point to Delta now. Alright, this is normal ladders. You're just going to get an element here. Just make sure that you stand on the correct tile at the end of the board to even out your temperature. Temperature is out now. Make sure you're paying attention to your temperature. Arrows will be out shortly. Remember, they take every turn they can. Move to your tiles. All right, point the boss towards the middle of the field. Everyone get in front of her. She's going to cut next. Heavy raid-wide mitigation. Raid-wide mitigation now. Everyone get in front of the boss. Don't move the boss, just let her cut. Everyone in front of the boss. Don't pop any 2 minutes. Save your 2-minute cooldowns. There's going to be long downtime after this. She's going to reposition somewhere in the north. Hold on to your big burst. We'll do the big burst afterwards. This is going to be sword pattern. So here's your temperature. Pay attention to the call. I'll call the safe tile. It's going to be one of the cardinal tiles from the safe tile that you need to get hit by. Safe tile is 2. Safe tile is 2. So you need to be a cardinal from the 2 tile. No diagonals. Next safe tile. Don't worry about it. 1. Right. Get ready for heavy mitigation. Very good damage, guys. Heavy mitigation soon. Aether Shields, heavy mitigation now, please. And your burst window should be up, pot should be up. Go ham. Right? We're going to go into complicated meteors. There will not be... actually, just get out of the hitbox now. Get out of the hitbox now. I'll describe it later. Out of the hitbox now. Out of the hitbox now. Alright, you can move back in. Everyone group up in the center. You're going to get a temperature and a brand here. Make sure you look at your temperature. It's out now. Get ready for the brand. Your brand is out. Add them together, figure out what you need to get hit by to go to neutral. You're going to walk to the meteor that you need to and avoid the dashes from the side in the field. This is just like Unseen Eye from normal. Walk to what you need and avoid the dashes. It's going to be far corners of the field, the white tiles in the far corners. Back to the center. There'll be another heavy raid wide soon. Gloria Baja, mitigate now. Heavy mit, heavy mit. She will reposition to the center on her own. Get behind her. Stay south of the boss. Alright, this is Bo, get behind her. We're going to wait for dashes from the sides of the fields. Again, we're going to see dashes again, pre-positioned to the sides, east or west. Get to an intercardinal tile of the boss. White tiles, wait for line AoEs. Wait for lines, pop sprint to Bravo. Sprint to Bravo now, sprint to Bravo now. Bravo now. If you die in the fire and your re-raise procs, have your healer rescue you in. Alright, first temperature is out. Here comes your brand. Remember there's going to be a force march with this. Your temperature and brand are out now. You may not need to get hit by anything. You may already have the solution. Look at your force march. It's going to march you 2 tiles. We're going to look at our arrows. Arrows are out now. Remember, pre-position 2 tiles. Pre-position 2 tiles. You're getting marched soon. 3, 2, 1, march. Oh, don't hit the wall, Vince. Oh. Alright, tanks pre-position on the wall. There's going to be a heavy raid wide soon. Tanks pre-position on the wall. Gloria Baja, heavy mitigate this now. Perfect. Point it towards the party. There's going to be a cleave afterwards. Oh, never mind. Tank stack, tank stack, tank stack. Get away from the tanks. I was early on that call.
Pulling her to the center.
Pulling her to the center. Follow the boss.
F healer's down, by the way.
In front of the boss. Everyone in front of the boss.
Look at where she's pointing. In front of the boss.
I can't see it.
Healer LB now. Don't healer LB now. If you didn't use it, wait for it. Hold your buffs. This is going to be complete downtime. Remember, you have temperatures and brands. Look at your temperatures. You may need to get hit twice now. Wait for the safe tile calls. Safe tile is 4. First safe tile is 4. Next safe tile is 2. Beautiful. Wait for the Gloria Baja, and then you can healer LB3 if you have it. Heavy mint this, healer LB3 now. Heavy mint this, healer LB3 now, and then just kill her.
Is that a tank LB?
That was a tank LB, yeah. Don't go ahead. Everyone wait here. Do we have dead? I see some dead. Right. If you're rezzing someone, stand on top of them. If you see someone standing on top of a body, don't cast Arise. Let them do it. Let them pop their Arise, use their charges, and if they get off the body, then you can get on and pop a charge. We do this so that no one ends up wasting extra slots or Arises or anything like that. So we're going to wait till everyone's up, and then we'll do the mini thing. Because I'd like all the new people to experience that. What happened to callouts? Wait, did I do something wrong?
No, your callouts were totally fine. Their Discord probably messed up.
Oh,
there's 2 dead.
The callouts were amazing.
3 dead.
Okay.
They couldn't hear you say. What you say?
Is it? It's got to be a Discord thing. How many people can hear? Well,
I can hear you.
I heard you.
Yeah, you're coming through.
Probably the
Are people
they're in a different channel.
That they're not
they're doing they're doing their collar prog shit.
Like some of us actually can't hear them at all. Like for me,
that's because they're in collar prog. They're in a different voice
and
channel.
Some of my friends didn't either.
You might have to just reset Discord.
That's a Discord thing, yeah.
Because I can hear the calls just fine.
Make sure you grab your chest before we do our thing. I think we're still waiting on 1, right?
If we died, we should reapply a re-raiser, correct?
Oh yes, every single time. Every single time. We're gonna have to try and speed run these explanations because Jesus Christ, we're coming up on an hour. Everyone this way. We're going back the way we came. Come up to the trap room. We're gonna get as close as we can to the mini trap without popping it. Please don't pop it early. We want all the new people to experience this.
We suffered, you are gonna suffer too.
Yeah. I promise it's fun. Oh.
Someone popped a mini.
Oh my god, Liliana's just gonna straight up do it. Oh well. Everyone get close. We're gonna pop it in 3, 2, 1. And now we ride. So essentially, you see that fence over there in the distance. What Lily's essentially going to do now that they're minied is they're going to slot right through the gate, and getting to the statue will actually unlock the hidden passway and open the gate. Is how this works.
And there's a boss fight?
Yep, Minotaur. Minotaur is almost entirely a tank mechanic, or a tank fight. So I'm gonna make sure the tanks are solid, and then everyone else is just gonna, well, oh sweet, they waited. All right, new people, fit on through the bars.
I can't.
Just keep walking into it, you'll get in.
Ass too fat, can't.
Colonel.
What the fuck?
Actually, legit, we can. Oh no.
Maybe we're
someone's through. Someone's through. Oh, walk to the statue.
Yeah, if you made it.
I did not know that.
Only one person can get it.
Interesting. I guess that's the case. Yes, wait on the stairs. When your minimum times out, you'll get a speed boost. You'll go back to normal speed, so be very careful with that. Wait for them to trap sweep. It looks like they popped the bombs along the wall.
Careful, there is one on the bridge here.
I think Miori got it. Yeah, no. We would have exploded by now. All right. We're gonna speedrun this explanation because I've been taking way too long. First host, so you know I'm usually the one called. Oh, what's happening? We're doing it on the. We're doing it here. Right. I need 2 tanks in each of these positions.
I can take a section solo if we don't have enough that want to do it.
We're gonna do partners. We're just gonna do it the right way. Can I get a partner for Patient Crystal in the north? Cool. And then I need 2 on D. Oh wait, never mind. I have Himbo there. 1 more for Himbo. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna start marking people. If you get a mark, you're going to be the babysitter. You're going to be dealing with the giant Minotaur. Right. If you didn't get marked, you're going to be bomb squad. It's going to be a very, very simple thing. So this is going to be your starting positions around the field. Can anyone link me that really awesome diagram, the four pictures for Minotaurs while I describe this? Now that perfect. Now that we got those set up, I'll just put the markers on the field. If tanks want to come over here on the edge of the field with me, so they can get some feeling for what they're gonna do. I have a really bad camera angle. Hopefully that's on the Cardinal. Right, so here's how this is gonna work, right? Can I get the 2 that were on D here? So it should be 4 team. So 4 and whoever their partner was stand right here. How this is gonna work is once we get the boss to 70% HP, he's going to go invulnerable in the center of the field. Everywhere where you see this blue crosshatch is gonna turn into purple insta-death. And where you're standing currently, this checkered tile, this ring, is where all the tanks are gonna be. You're going to start on each of these notches. I marked them with these letter markers. 4s are going to go to D, 3 to C, 2 to B, 1's to A, right? How this is going to work is once you get to here and the Minotaur spawn, you're going to provoke that Minotaur. It has a longer range than your Lightning Shot Tomahawk. As soon as you provoke it, you're going to bring it pretty much to where your notch is, right here at the top of the notch, and then you're going to start walking it around the field along this ring. The first walk you're going to do is going to be 1/4 of the field to the next marker, and then you're going to wait for entrapment, right? So Himbo has the idea. Main, you're going to be the one that's actually pulling the Minotaur, so you'll do this quarter lap to A, and Himbo will be right with you. Himbo will be with you here for entrapment. You're going to stay here, let him pop his invulnerability and sprint, and he's going to do the next quarter lap with sprint, and he's going to pop any traps in the way once entrapment goes away. When all 4 bomb squad tanks get rid of their traps that way, you can keep rotating and make sure that the Minotaurs don't get close to each other, right? That works the same for every single party. You just start on different places. So 1 will start on A, 2 on B, 3 on C, 4 on D. Are there any tanks that are shaky on that? Any questions?
Just confirmation. Do I heavy mitt that, or does it?
You're gonna invuln it. You're
Okay.
gonna pop invulnerability. You're gonna sprint first, then invuln, and then run to the next quarter notch. Once you do that, you can move back to your partner. If you want to turn on stance and just keep lightning shotting or shield lobbing or whatever to make sure that if they go down, you're the next aggro in line, feel free to do so. Just make sure you're not fighting for aggro or doing anything weird. But walk with your partner. Everyone else who didn't get assigned a place, everyone else is going to stand on C, right? If you are Reflect or Dispel, you will have a different job. I'll get to that in a second. But if you are not part of Dispels or tanks, you're going to stand on C once the phase changes. You're not going to do any burst at the very beginning. You're going to save all your bursts for the ads. We want the ads dead as soon as possible because it's the most dangerous part of the fight, right? So save, if you have lost actions that you want to blow, you can. I'm not going to tell you no. Generally, it's a trash fight, so we don't use them. That's how that's going to work. I'll go over the quotes very last, so it's fresh in people's minds. On 1, I want reflectors. Anyone who still has reflect slotted, they should. You're going to be in the center ring. You notice there's that smaller ring on the middle? You're going to be in there. We don't really need like 6 people doing reflect, so if 2, 3, however many people want to do it, you can do it. If you have reflect, just stay in the center. If you have Dispel, you're also going in the center. Dispels can stand on 2 if you want to differentiate yourself. The way the reflects are going to work is you're going to reflect the fire orbs just like you did the light orbs in Queensguard. Dispellers are going to dispel the earth orb and then throw a spell at it. It could be a dot, could be instant cast, can be anything. Just as long as it does damage, do 1 damage at the very least to that earth orb after you dispel it to get rid of it. Right. The last thing that I'm going to talk about, during the fight, Labyrinth Fate will go out and it will give you a debuff. Gakfu put a really nice image showing you what you should be doing for that. There's 2 images. If it looks like there's this shadow figure sucking something in, that's going to be the pull mechanic. So you're going to be on the outside of these notches, right? And you're going to get pulled in when that cast goes off. If you have, if you see the icon that looks like a little shadow figure kicking someone off a cliff, that's the push mechanic. So you're going to be in the closer part of the notch and get knocked away from the boss, right? The first one happens almost immediately, so he'll give out the debuff, and then you're going to very quickly get into a notch, and then resolve that debuff. Every other time, he'll give out the debuff, he'll do 2 mechanics, and then he'll resolve it later. I'll try to make the calls as best I can. But if you get the one that looks like he's sucking in, outside edge, if you get the one that looks like he's pushing someone off the cliff, you're getting pushed away from the center. I'm confident that the reflectors and dispellers know what they're doing. Tanks know what they're doing, correct?
Yep. And
cool.
Piss is going to be my bomb squad.
Where does DPS stand, by the way? Just follow the tank?
So I mentioned it. DPS are going to come to C, and you're going to stay at C. You're going to wait here. You're going to see entrapment. Make sure that you're standing in the center of C. But you don't want to be over here near the edge and possibly accidentally trigger a trap. You'll kill like 20 people. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Wait for the person from B to come to your pad after entrapment. Once you see the tank from B sweep all the way to C, then you can spread out along the field. I would recommend you do spread out. once that's done, and make sure you resolve your mechanics properly. There's notches on the inner cardinals. There's plenty of space. But your only job is to make sure you're burning down those ads as fast as possible.
Got it.
Right. Any questions?
I guess we need dispellers on 2.
That's fine. Dispellers know what they're doing.
Okay.
We're on a time crunch here. So if everyone's got it, let me just do a quick ready check for every group.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yep. Be ready. D. C. Yeah, don't blow anything on the Minotaur if you're a DPS. Only tanks are allowed to burst right when the pull starts. Save your burst for the small Minotaurs.
A's ready.
A's ready, F's ready. Waiting on E. E ready?
Okay.
E ready. All right.
I'll pull with the countdown.
All right, cool.
Remember, Babby's first opener till the Minotaur spawn.
Yeah, don't save all your bursts for the small Minotaurs. Don't use it on this guy.
I'm just gonna burst so I can get aggro lead on it.
Oh yeah, no, if you're tanks, go for it, because you're not gonna be bursting while you're doing Minotaurs. Alright, first thing he's gonna start with is a tank buster. Just stay away from the main tank. Alright, we're going to knock back soon. Don't do it yet. Just locate the button, get ready for it. Knock back now. Dodge these whacks. There's going to be big cones. There's 3 of them. Just dodge them. Get ready to run far out. Run far out. Get away from this. If you're in gap close range, you're too close. It's a big AoE. Don't underestimate it. Everyone back in. Get them down to 70% and we'll start the next phase. Alright. Tanks to your positions after rapid bolts. Take those to the wall. Take those to the wall. Take those to the wall. C is going to be a little bit of a tight fit. Tanks to your positions, dispellers and reflectors to your position. Everyone else stay really tightly stacked on C. Really tightly stacked on C. DPS these Minotaurs as they pass. Stay here, don't move on the ring. If you're DPS, come back to C when entrapment goes off.
Oh shit. Can you swap me? Main tank? Can you clear the trap? I use it.
Okay, I have homing.
Wait on C, we haven't gotten our entrapment cleared. Buffs are out. Pre-position on your notches for your debuffs. Look at your debuff. Look what's going to happen. It's going off now. It's my bad. I was focusing on the Minotaur. All right, spread out along the rings. DPS as best you can. Get into a notch. Get into a notch. Get into a notch. There's going to be puddles centered on your feet. Just spread out. Don't block the tank's path. More debuffs are going to be coming out soon. Pay attention to your debuffs as they come out. Alright, your debuffs are coming out. Take a look at your debuff. Figure out what you've got. It's not going to go off immediately. There's going to be 2 more mechanics. Right, get into a notch. Make sure you're killing Minotaurs. Right, spread out. Don't drop these puddles in the same place. Your debuffs are going to be resolving soon. Get near a notch, get ready for it. Alright, they're resolving now. Get into a notch. If you're getting pulled in, make sure you're out. If you're getting pushed, make sure you're in. Cool. Go back to DPS. 2 more mechanics. Into a notch. We're going to go right back to the main boss when this is over. Careful with the orb of fire. Stay away from the ball of fire. Stay away from earth. Get the earth dispelled and killed. Stay away from the fire. Stay away from the fire. This is raid wide. This is just a normal raid wide damage. All right, everyone stack in the center. Rapid bolts will be coming soon. If you get them, take them to the wall. Rapid bolts to the wall, please. All right, get out. Get far out. Far out. This is the big swing. Far out. Everyone back in. 2 more sets of rending bolts. Rapid bolts, sorry. Take these to the wall. There's going to be another set immediately afterwards. If you get them, just take them to the wall. Take those to the wall. Everyone else who didn't get it, stack in the center. Stack in the center of the field. Perfect. Get away from this. Get far out. Don't walk into any of the rapid bolts. And get back in. There's going to be whacks. Dodge these whacks. And then a tank buster afterwards. Get away from the main tank. Clear out from the front of the boss. Locate your knockback reduction. This one's going to be a little bit sooner after the tank buster. Just wait for the call. All right, knockback reduction now. Knockback now. Dodge whacks. 3 more of these. Right, and then it just resets from here. Perfect. Let's try to get our dead handled as quickly as possible. We have about 30-ish minutes, I'm gonna say, for Queen. Fight's only 10 minutes, but
explanations.
Unfortunately for me, Queen is very simple and easy to explain and won't take longer than TA, probably. Queen is unfortunately gonna be mostly my responsibility to make sure that the calls are going out right. Yeah, please stay here. I just read that. Please stay here. Don't take the jump pad. Don't trigger the cutscene. Come on back here. Everyone just come back to the room. Make sure you grab your loot and let's wait for everyone to get up.
I remember now that this is a chance.
Yeah.
In this version. God. They really hate their players, don't they? I'm alive. Thank you.
Are there traps here at all?
No.
No.
Okay.
Totally safe.
So why don't we trigger Queen yet?
Because
if we trigger the cutscene and people are dead and they leave the instance because their timer goes, then Queen is she's scaled to everyone that was in the party at the time the cutscene was triggered. And one person adds like 2 or 4% HP. So
you want to have as many people alive as possible.
Yes. You essentially want the highest chance possible to be able to burn her down. Yeah.
So many people trying to revive. By the way, I kind of wonder, but would resistance the Phoenix down the looking item
does not.
It does not work.
Doesn't work.
Good.
Cool. Everyone's up. Let's make our way to Queen. Make sure you grab your chest on the way.
It's a good thing I didn't bring it then.
Oh boy, I really underestimated the time frame. That is my bad, guys.
I mean, I'm surprised we even got past guard, so win-win.
Yeah, I need to. I'm always telling people like, "Oh, it's Queen's Guard can be so much shorter," and then here I am biffing it, just taking 30 minutes to describe it.
Oh, so that really is what the rune's for.
It kind of is, but it's really easy to screw it up because of the stupid run to D mechanic.
Right.
Run to the other end of the arena.
Let me pop a mimic.
And stuff. And then the camp.
Okay, welcome to Queen. I'm gonna need 3 pure invuln tanks to stand in these perimeters.
Someone's watching a cutscene.
Oh, me.
That's fine. So paladins or gunbreakers, I need you on 1, 2, and 3. You're going to be our main tanks. It's the same one. Yeah, it's the same cutscene. I know we have paladins and I know we have gunbreakers.
Yeah, might have
Is Aster dead?
Here.
What's who dead?
Aster was asking for an Arise. What's going on?
I think he means erase.
It's because
they clarified Arise like 3 times. Okay, I'm gonna assume they meant re-raise.
Yeah, I mean, Lost Arise is like a re-raise. But
okay, so I have Aussie on 1. I promise it's very easy. You just stay with the party. You just make sure she's hitting you instead of anyone else. Right? You just try to make sure that she's not hitting our duelist. I need 1 more pure invuln for 3. Do we have any more paladins or gunbreakers? I guess I'll have to do it.
1 sec. I think we could probably have... I'm asking Miori if Miori wants to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather have the ability to worry about calls than tank.
Yeah, Miori's got it.
Oh, bro. I know
Oh,
Miori's
there's another paladin on there.
Yep. Okay. Right. Just call out in yell chat if you have reflex slotted. We're going to need reflex, and we really need dispels too.
I don't have reflex, I guess, but does
light curtain count?
3 reflect.
Do you know how to
4
do it?
reflect. Light curtains.
I have light.
If you have light curtains, that's the same as having reflect. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you right now. So if you have light curtains, put them on your hotbar so they're easily accessible. Even if you're not a reflector, just pop it. So if you do happen to be too close to a lightning orb, you don't get give. Right. So we have a lot of light currents. Okay, we're good with reflex. Dispels. How many dispels do we have? I would prefer to have at least 2, so in case one person goes down, there's someone else that can dispel.
Honestly,
Dominic and Al.
Would be
Okay.
preferred so that you can all do it twice and be more than good.
Yeah. Do we have a third that wants to step up and help Al and Dominic?
If you have Dispel in your holster, call it out in chat, please. I don't care if you don't want to do it. I don't care if you care about your DPS. If you have Dispel, say you have Dispel now.
Yes. It's better that you it's better that you have it, because if we don't dispel the queen, the run ends there. Queen will get 4 buffs. We just need to dispel it. When I say dispel on queen, just keep spamming dispel until you don't see any more blue buffs on her bar. There's 4 buffs, just get rid of all of them.
If you don't know how to read if the buffs are there, dispel until the frickin' orb goes away, or dispel 4 times.
Just keep dispelling. That's very important. When I say that lightning orbs are coming out, what I mean is pop a reflect if you have it, and stand under the orb that I call. If you don't have reflect or light curtains, stay away from any orbs. You don't have to run to the edge of the field or anything. Just make sure that you're as far from any orbs nearby as possible, right?
You want to be equidistant between 2 orbs.
Exactly what he said, or she said, sorry. Relentless, second Relentless. I'm actually going to put a marker above my head. I haven't found a good way to instantly call it fast. I'm not good at that. So it's better for me.
Diamond markers, or do you want to do super chest markers like you had?
We'll just do the super chest markers. That's what was put down earlier. We can just do that. If anyone actually has the marker set up, they can put it back. So the 1, 2, and 3 are in place.
I have diamond markers. I don't have super chest markers.
I have diamond markers too, actually. Screw it. We're doing diamond.
It's easier to call out the relentless.
The other stuff.
Anyway.
Yeah. No!
We're doing diamond. We're doing diamond.
I said diamond.
Alright.
If you need to re-raise, go back in the back of the bridge. And then someone else that has re-raise, give them re-raise.
Okay, I got it.
For super chests, we are always going to hug the right wall from the safe spot. The way you can tell the safe spot is one of the tiles in the extreme south or the extreme north will glow. We're going to be on the opposite side of the field of that for super chests. You will get marker debuffs on you that have dots or Roman numerals. You're going to add those together, and that'll give you the total number that you need. So I will identify you based on 7, 6, 5, right? If you have 2 debuffs that add up to 7, you're a 7. If you have 2 that add up to 5, you're a 5, right? Just listen to where I tell 5s to stand. Just listen to where I tell 6s and 7s to stand, and it'll be a-okay. If I say that we're going up the B column, you're going to go, if you're starting on C, you're going to go all the way to the B column, and then you're going to go up the B column. You're not going to do any shortcuts or anything like that, because if you don't understand the dots well, you might end up dooming yourself. If the wall isn't safe, and I say wall bad or wall not safe or whatever I end up saying, and I say go up the 2-3 column, you're going to walk from C or wherever you are to the 2-3 column and then walk north, right? So whatever we do, we're going to make sure that the glowing tile is true north. We're always going to go to the right if we're facing the glowing tile from the opposite side of the field, and that's how I'll do my calls, right? So always go as far right as you can, go up the column that I call a safe, and then just try to, after the second movement, go to the safe tile. If you're wrong and you have doom or whatever on the safe tile, just forget about it. Stay on the tile, die, and we'll pick you up in the safe tile. Or we'll pick you up when LB comes up. Just die where it's safe. That's all I really need to explain for Queen. Just listen to my callouts for super chest. Everything else is really simple. Everything else is going to make sense on the fly. It's all stuff that we've seen before in the raid up to this point. Aether shields, make sure you have them slotted. If you don't have Aether shields, this is going to suck. Light curtains are readily available. We have our reflectors, we have our dispellers. Make sure you have food for this. DPS actions, we're going to want those going like on blast. And just, if all fails, try to follow the Dorito. If I don't make a call immediately, just follow the Dorito. Chances are I'm probably like off in computation land.
I'm here, Veriz. I'll stay up here for the fight.
I really appreciate that, Lily.
You're welcome.
All right, let's get some ready checks going across all the alliances. And the only thing I can say is this fight is really hard from a caller point. So I can make or break this raid. It's very difficult. I'm still brand new to this. I'm practicing. So I want to get you guys your first clear, or any clear for that matter. I will try my best, but just know that the run isn't guaranteed. I just want you guys to do your best, and if anything, keep your camera up and look around. That can definitely help too.
I'm sorry, really quick. For super chest, we're going along the right wall.
If you're looking at the, like, okay, consider the safe spot north. We are going up the east side.
Yes.
So if you're looking at the safe spot, you're going up the right wall.
Okay. So looking at the safe spot from the center of the arena.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to move to the opposite side of the field of the safe spot, so when you face it, that should be considered your true north, that glowing tile.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll call out exactly where to stand for 5, 6, and 7s and which wall to walk up. It's fine.
Okay. If it takes me a while to call your number, don't worry. There is plenty of time for me to get that number out to you and tell you where to go. Just wait for the call. All right. So let's see. We have Bravo ready. We have Echo ready. I don't see any other readies. We had Alpha ready, I think. Alpha's ready. Charlie, Delta, Foxtrot, good. Foxtrot, is he all right? Is he healthy? Is he good?
Are you waiting on one? Anla, if you're waiting on yourself, that doesn't count.
F good.
F good. Okay.
We're waiting on A, I think. Oh, it's a
I have light curtains on my bar. A ready. I have my notes open. All right.
I got your back, Veriz. It's fine. Ow. Okay, good work.
I'm sick and tired of waiting.
10 minutes out.
All right, here we go. On the main tank, our main tank to start is Ozzy. Remember, wait for my call to provoke. We're going to let him get hit twice by the tank buster. Okay? When I say turn on your stance and provoke after the 2 slashes for the tank buster. You're going to invuln every tank buster that comes your way.
Provoking too soon is way worse than provoking slightly late.
Yes.
Pots in the opener, big damage.
This is a 10-minute fight, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold your second fight. Hold your second pot for after super chest. 2.
All right. First mechanic is going to be a big raid wide, so you can pre-shield here. We'll be using Aether shields. Aether shields heavy mitigation now, please. Aether shields heavy mitigation.
Main tank, stay south with party, please.
Yep. Stack with the party. She doesn't cleave. Ozzy, come back here with the party. All right, totally normal chess on the way. One and 2 rows are safe, B row is safe. All right, we're gonna go to the back tile here, or you can stay on the B tile, just this column, 2-3 column. Next set, we're gonna move to the middle column, middle column, middle column, middle column. Everyone group up.
Poke off the duelist now.
Incoming.
Poke off the duelist now. Thank you, Ozzy.
Right, invuln this.
Tank
Sorry. 2, turn on your stance, get ready to provoke. Wait for it. 1, 2, provoke now. Advance, provoke now. Aether Shields heavy mitigation now, please. Aether Shield heavy mitigation now. Alright, hold your big damage. We're going into Super Chest. It's a full downtime mechanic. Wait for my call. Once Queen's Edict's finished casting, that's when you get your numbers. Awesome, okay. Back is safe, wall is not safe. All right, I'm gonna have 5s here on this black tile south of 3. I'm gonna have 6s on C. I'm gonna have 7s to the left of C. And we're gonna walk up the 2-3 column. The wall is not safe, remember.
This is
2-3
5?
column. This is 5. The black tile south of 3 is 5. Walk to the 2-3 column, then walk up it. Don't overwalk your buff. When your dots go away, stop. If you have a red line, go back.
If you have a line, back up if you have a line. Back up if you have a line.
Alright, to the safe tile. If you have to die, die on the safe tile.
Don't meme, just stand inside the blue square, please. Don't walk back and forth and mistime it and cause problems. The Doom is fine, just stand here.
Just stand on the safe tile. We have a really heavy AoE coming in soon, so if you want to pre-shield for it, go for it. Don't use Aether Shield, just use shields. It'll be a while till it shows up. You can burst now, yes. Alright? Aether Shield heavy mitigation now. Aether Shield heavy mitigation now. Right? Duty Gauge should be popping up any second now. Once that reaches 100 sovereignty, she's going to do lightning orbs. That will be when reflects and dispels happen. So get ready for it.
Light Curtain is on the GCD, remember.
Yes, light curtains and reflects now. If you don't have it, get away from any large orbs. We're
Orb on 1.
Orb on 1. Dispel
reflect on 1, get away from 1.
Cool, everyone
get
into 1. Everyone to 1. Everyone to 1. Inside the bubble. Inside a bubble. Perfect. Just stay grouped up. We don't need to move. We're going to go into first Relentless. This is going to be green, and this is going to be wind and lightning with the gunner. So Mustadia mechanic, yes. If you have a tether, you're going to a green puddle. If you don't have a tether, you're going to purple. Tethers to green, no tethers to purple.
East side.
North point, we're going to D, towards D.
Oh no, sorry, west side, ignore me, ignore me.
Yep, point your hold to the gunner. Now to a turret on the wall, turret on the wall, turret on the wall, turret on the wall. Right, tank buster incoming, get ready.
That was unlucky gunner.
Invuln now. 1.
Unlucky gunner.
2, someone provoke it, someone provoke it.
Dead.
Hold 2 minutes, hold
it.
I have it, I have it.
This is a full downtime mechanic, everyone to the center. Everyone pre-position in the middle tile, center tile. Please no cursed. Please no cursed. Pay attention to where the knight is charging. Get knocked towards the knight. Towards the knight. On D. Alright, Alpha and Charlie are safe. We're going towards Alpha. Alpha. Alpha bot. Perfect. Alright, stay grouped up, stay nice and tight.
Still hold.
We're gonna get a large AoE.
I have twice come, so I might lose aggro.
Aether Shield heavy mitigation now, please. Aether Shield heavy mitigation now.
Does someone who has their invuln, can they voke off of me? I don't have a home gang. Thank you.
Nice. Second super chest. Remember, look at your numbers, wait for the call. Back is not safe. Back is not safe. Wall is safe.
Wall is safe.
Yeah, so 5s are going to be on this black tile. 6s are on 3. 7s are on the black tile to the left of 3. We're going up the B column. Walk all the way to the B column and then move up it.
Don't run too fast. Take dots one at a time.
Don't overrun your dots.
Go backwards if you have a line.
Nice, nice. Now just run to the safe tile. Everyone to the glowing tile. After this...
If you, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, after this, walk to the center and do LB3. Do it from the center after this is over. There will be a tank buster at the same time. Pots are up. This is where you can do your reopener. Tank buster's happening on main threat. Invuln 2 slashes. 1. 2. Provoke now, please. Alright, stack together. Right here in between the 1-2 tile. Right here in between the 1-2 tile. We want to bait this next knight. This is going to be the Pharaoh Storm with in or out, and then there's going to be normal mode turrets. We're going to pop Reflex after this mechanic, so keep that in mind. I'll call it again, but we're coming up on Reflex soon. It's going to be out of the hitbox. It's the safe quadrant out of the hitbox. In the hitbox of the Queen. Move out of the hitbox of the Knight to the other side of the Queen. Just go south. Go to the C marker. Avoid the normal turrets. It's normal mode turrets. Get ready for Reflex. Pop them now. Pop Reflex now, please, and dispel the Queen. The orb is directly underneath the Queen. Be careful with it. Everyone in the
Dispel
orb.
Queen. Dispel
Everyone
Queen.
in the
Yes,
keep dispelling. Keep dispelling. Keep dispelling.
Still
Keep going.
dispels.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep dispelling.
Good.
Perfect. Next is a raid wipe. Heavy mit this. Aether Shield heavy mitigation. Aether Shield heavy mitigation. This is our last relentless mechanic. This is going to be knockback from the line with bombs, tethers, and then there will be fire and ice. So we'll get knockback from the line to our bombs. Just wait for the calls. Find the line when it shows up. If you're tethered, you're going to big. If you're not tethered, you're going to small. Knock back from the line. Tethers to big, no tethers to small. Once you get to your bomb, you're going to keep running. Keep running on your bomb. Keep running on your bomb. Just move around. Just jump. Do something. If you fall first, make sure to run into an explosion. Run into an explosion. This is it, everyone. Burner down. Get ready for Aether Shields. We're going to have to reslot Aether Shields here. Aether Shield heavy mitigation now, please. Aether Shield heavy mitigation now. Reslot your Aether Shield if you need to.
Fuck off, goddamn.
Oh my god.
Holy fucking, let's fucking go.
Dude.
Let's fucking go. All those
Destroyed.
clears.
Hey Vlad, remember what I told you yesterday?
Hold up. Nobody leave. You can grab your chest. Let's get our dead up.
Get a screenshot.
Let's get everyone their photo opportunity. Leave someone that I want to sacrifice for someone. Hold up. Where's the dead body? Why? There actually isn't that many dead.
No.
Well, since there was the
that was incredibly clean.
LB2.
Let me get him. Let me get him, Master.
Veriz,
that's a lot of first-time clears.
Right. 25 first-time clears.
25?
I didn't stutter that much that time either.
You did fantastic. Your calls literally saved me.
Veriz, I told you you'd do it.
Oh yeah, but anxiety is a hell of a beast.
Hey, sorry for jumping on you. That's why I hang out in Color Prog. I tend to just call stream of consciousness.
I appreciate your help so much. I love you so much right now.
Okay, yeah, no, you both, all the callers did fucking fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, no Doom, let's go.
Let's get this fucking victory screenshot.
Yeah. Everyone to the tree. Let's get our screenshot.
If anybody got legs, I hate you because that's all I need. Game is mean.
Oh, you hate me then.
I wish I got legs, but
I don't actually hate you. You're fine.
There's a surprising lack of Chuck Colt cone hats, and I'm actually really sad about that.
Hey, when somebody walks up and throws a metallic orange hat at you, you put it on.
I forgot to give it to my buddy John, and I'm just sad because I'm looking at him without the cone head. All right.
I had Killer Queen playing on loop the entire time on that fight.
She's a killer.
Oh, dude, it's such a good song.
I did Hot and Cold for Katy Perry, and then I had that going, and then I did Killer Queen for this.
I'm gonna be real. Just having the fucking like music going for that, just my heart is just.
It sells it, dude. It sells it.
It makes you feel like you're about to fucking die.
Someone who has better G-pose abilities than me can post that one to Victory Lap.
Oh shit!
Do people have time? Do people want to do the graduation thing? Is that what we're gonna do? How many new clears was that?
25.
25? Oh, good lord! I'm responsible for something.
Thank you, Veras.
Thank you, Veras.
That was. Hey, that was the intention when
and
I was...
all the callers who are whoever else
20,
was basically running this show.
24 and 1.
Clear with 11:25 left on the timer.
Yeah, it's under 10 minutes now. My brain hurts.
That's all right. That's my bad. I'm a long-winded.
No, your explanations probably saved this raid, honestly. Not even joking.
I gotta go for.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
thank
all right,
you
man.
Thank you for all the help. The call outs again were incredible. There's a corpse. Oh no, wait, that's me.
Every time.
All right. Everyone here should be on Genova because they did the whole preload thing. What we're gonna do, we'll just do it. The achievement, you just go into your achievement window. You can get your dog. Everyone head on to the Doman Enclave in Genova. If you're not on Genova, just...
I can't post my screenshot. I have mods on that I can't post.
Sorry.
Oh, well then you could keep it as a memento.
Sorry, you're a killer.
You don't have to show us.
You can show me.
All right. You don't have to leave the Alliance if you don't want to. You can actually world transfer in Alliance. Everyone head on to Genova. For those who know, you can go ahead onto the place. For those who don't, just sit by the Aetheryte and summon your new doggos.
Where am I going? I'm sorry.
You're going to the Doman Enclave in Genova.
Alright.
And...
Yep. You don't have to drop from Alliance if you don't want to. You can still world transfer during an Alliance, or cross-world Alliance. If you have cleared this already, don't mind the people running off in the distance. If you haven't cleared it, I'm sitting right here by the Aetheryte. Just sit here and chill with me.
So what's up? Why am I going to Genova? I'm just blindly following.
I come to Genova.
Graduation ceremony. You guys got your clear. We're celebrating.
Fuck yeah. Will there be booze?
Oh boy. Well, if you got the toast emote, you got all the booze you want.
Fair
all
enough,
the booze you never had. Oh, that's alright. You can have my booze then.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Oh, cool. I can now add that coveted C to my name.
I know we're... Yes, we are.
I gotta say, I was shocked at how clean the floor was after most fights. I think Minotaur and TA were probably the worst, but that's kind of like par for the course.
And I dodged all the loss arises.
I'm just being honest here. Out of all the fights, I've already cleared a couple of them more than once now, 2 times exactly. But I died at Trinity Seeker on my first Trinity Avowed my first time. That was their wipe. But I find Trinity Seeker to be the hardest. I guess just because of how fast he is.
Dude, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. Trinity Seeker was the thing I was scared of calling the most. 100%. Straight up, like I made a set of notes specifically for Trinity Seeker when I had every other fight pretty much unlocked.
It just seems like every other fight gives you time to figure out. Whereas Trinity Seeker, it's you get going. Or you're dead.
All right.
There's so many servers here.
Let me get on mine.
I'm assuming.
Oh god,
is there anyone else on the way?
Oh god, there are
just people on the way.
It's a ring of Cerberus heads.
That feels good.
Right.
I posted a screenshot. in
Almost
Victory
there. Okay.
I love how you're just You're just power posing on the Cerberus. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. If you walk, you keep that power pose. If you move forward, you point. Like,
you're asserting your dominance on a freaking
Take me
Cerberus.
closer. I'd like to hit them with my gun sword.
Onward, my noble steed. Allow me to whack the enemy with my weapon.
All right. Rana, are you here? There's lots of names here. There you are, Rana. All right.
Now I just got to run a bunch more and get my judge set.
I take it that no one else is on the way, right?
I wonder how much this causes lag for people on consoles.
Oh, that'll be fine. Everyone plays on PS5 now. Oh wait, never mind. They don't.
You can't.
All right,
wait,
I want
PS5s
people to
exist?
toggle.
What's
I want you to toggle.
What's
I want you guys to toggle your. Yeah, they don't exist, dude. They just don't exist. Toggle your RP walk, and you're gonna follow me.
Which one are? Oh, they are.
Yep. The one in front. We're gonna make a nice organized line. There's Animal Sand to make sure that we're doing okay.
After this, more Dona Cerberus Dog Tower.
We can. If people want to do the tower, I'd love to have that picture in my folder.
This is ridiculous.
Every after party is just flexing on the rest of the server. Numpad / to walk.
Aww.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Only a couple people stuck around for the. That's all right.
That fight,
Okay, stop at
that's
this
so
gateway
scary.
right here. When I say your name, you're gonna move forward. You're gonna stop here. Stop here. Stop here. Make a line.
I'm backing up. I'm backing up. Backing it up.
Yep.
Backing it up. Yo, everybody stand in between the gateway. Just all.
Oh man, I can't see your name. All right, Aldrich Reed, go ahead. Keep going. Janan, keep going. Congratulations. Right, Nightjet, congratulations. Next one, step forth. Nadja, congratulations. Aldrich, I already got you. Aster, I think you've cleared this before, have you? If not, congratulations. Next one, we have 2K. 2K's been here, right? 2K, is this your clear?
No, sir.
No, okay. Aldrich Reed, congratulations. You're one of us. Come on, make a line on either side. How do I say that name? Mirjin Ren. Thanks for being part of the run. Aldrich Reed. Get out of here, Aldrich. I keep reading your name. Someone else, step forward.
He left voice chat, so he can't hear us.
I just noticed that we are literally just standing on top of the servers, like literally diagonally standing.
Congratulations.
I'm going over.
Join the ranks. Arcterin, congratulations on your dog.
I'm waiting for my name.
Let's see. Oh, it's hard to
Don't worry, the people of the Enclave will take care of that.
All right. Girth Maximus.
There it is.
Congratulations on your run. Powerful name.
I feel more max
Kyo
than ever.
Mizuhiku. Congratulations on your clear. Sebastian, congratulations on your clear. Aol, congratulations on your clear. Arulania, congratulations on your clear. Step forward to be part of the line. Vance Satori, congratulations on your clear. All right, that's fine. You got nerves, you can stay there. Rana, congratulations on your clear.
Answer sweater.
Part of the ranks. Ipase, congratulations on your clear. Yittertot, this is your clear, man? Congratulations on your clear, bro. Go join everyone else. Sabe, I hope I pronounced that properly. Congratulations on your clear, man. Patient Crystal, congratulations on your clear. Yukimi, congratulations on your clear. NA, congratulations on your clear. You're free to join everyone else. Vance, I already called you out. You can join everyone else. French Overlord, congratulations on your clear.
We got the French Overlord, baby.
Yvonne New, congratulations on your clear. Aussie Man, congratulations on your clear. And Al Moulin, congratulations on your clear. We just got one more, right? Reginald Geigus, come on over here. Congratulations on your clear. Let's jump for everyone.
I love this fucking game.
So fucking funny. Yeah. Well, I'm actually really glad you guys decided to join my run. When I made my posting, I figured it was probably going to be one of those cases where it was going to take like an hour and a half to fill because this is my first host ever. And I just decided I'll do a preload. You know, I'll do the Chuck. I'll do the Chuck special. I'll give my house information out, have everyone join up, and people who want to come to the run can.
I literally got your notification on my phone, and it woke me up, and I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever. I'm in.
Feels good, man. The
So
point
that
is,
means you're free to
I
bring
was-
the puppies into your house. That's what you're meaning.
completely caught off guard when I had 38 people preloaded before this run. It just like, you guys are awesome. I'm really glad that you guys decided to give me a chance.
Varys, toot your own fucking horn, honestly. You did fantastic. Just toot your horn.
Seriously. Dude, I was in one of your... I was in a run...
I've been trying to make it so that I've been trying to become the next Knackle, honestly. I'm taking notes out of his page, but he's just too good, man.
Just ditch the modesty. You did fucking amazing, honestly.
Yeah, dude. It was real good, dude. Yeah.
All right.
I was in a run where you called Queen, and we enraged the other day, and I was like, when you posted this, I was like, damn, I got to get in his run because he called it really well. So I was pretty confident if we could get far, we would clear this.
Yeah, it's just the anxiety. I have it pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you did fine, dude.
You know, it's
really good.
All right, if you guys still want to do the tower, you can teleport onto Mordona. We can scare people there too with flying dogs. Otherwise, you're free to go. I'm glad you guys had the time to stick around. I know that run was way longer than they usually go. But
hey man, there were people.
Nonetheless, I'm just happy you guys are here.
Where did you say the tower?
Mordona. Yeah,
we're creating a Cerberus tower. Kind of like when the lunar whale came out and people were making lunar whale walls.
The question is,
I'll come hang out, but I got some wife aggro.
Where do you want them?
She let me do this. You know what I mean?
I see kind of a pile starting here. There we go.
Yeah, it's not
There we go.
close to straight.
Wait, so how do I get to the tower?
You just fly.
Mordona. We're all in Mordona now. We're all just flying and scaring people with Cerberus.
Revenant Toll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow the cloning process in the Crystal Tower went out of whack and Cerberus got loose.
I don't like that I'm at dick level. I don't like that I'm at dick level for the other Cerberus above me.
Stack them.
I wish I actually had the only mod I wish I had right now is that one that lets you that allows you to zoom out really, really far, so I can see like more of this tower. But,
just back off and get a faraway view.
I'm part of the tower. I can't do that.
Somebody will take your spot.
New heaven on high. Yeah, if we just tilt it every which direction, it'll look like the tower.
Oh, it's hurting. Look at this tower because my camera just won't.
Oh, we're on the tilted towers.
The leaning tower of Cerberus.
All right, I'm gonna AFK shortly. Just
no
for a
worries.
bit. I'll be
Yeah,
back.
there's nothing keeping you guys here. I'm just gonna hang out in the channel for a little bit afterward.
Oh, Blue.
No,
I'm having a good time
something
now.
keeping me here. Fishing.
Thanks
I'm
again.
having a good time before, and I'm having a
literally
good time
kept
now. So
most
you
of
know.
us alive. So thanks again.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
very
worries.
Good fun times.
I am
Honestly-
going to go ahead and make dinner, so I will catch y'all later. Thank you again for the run, Varys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
so
go
much.
eat. So see ya.